Kurt Signetti, baby. Google him. He wins, and he just won a national championship in the second season. A ton of fun, dude. I had a great time. I rolled around on my back patio with my drink of choice, stogie in hand, as if I had won the national championship.
Right.
Just strolling around with my arms up. My neighbors had to think I'm crazy, but who cares? Their dog never shuts up, so it was my turn. And I'm just rolling. I'm like, we did it. We're number one. I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I just watched and cheered.
Okay.
But it was cool, dude.
No fireworks, anything like that? Didn't want to scare your wiener dog?
No, yeah.
Okay,
no
yeah. But, I mean, with Signetti around, and yes, his new name is Signetti.
That's right.
You have to wonder, how many more is he going to get?
How many more?
I mean, really, when you look at Indiana and the way that they're built and the buzz that's around that team, okay, losing Mendoza, that'll be something to deal with, but I think that team is ready, more than ready, to kind of stay there as a powerhouse in college football. Much tighter game, much better game than I thought it would be.
I thought it would be pretty tight.
Yeah, you did think, and I thought it wouldn't be tight, so it was fun to see a title game that actually was close.
Yeah. And we were just talking about it with Mike Evans. First of all, the sharp kid that gets the interception, his dad played his uncle played at Miami and was part of a very controversial call against Ohio State back in the day. The kid's born in Miami, grew up in Miami, and then makes the game-winning play. Everybody knows the story about Fernando, and Mike said it too. And it's the Hoosier version of a helicopter. That touchdown run, I mean, that's what legends are made of. And that dude, not like he was ever going to buy a drink in Indy or a pork tenderloin sandwich, but he's not going to now for sure.
Or a shrimp cocktail, right?
Yeah, a little St. Elmo's action.
St. Elmo's shrimp cocktail.
In Bloomington, they like to get the big pork sandwiches, but it was just an incredible game, man. A fun season. Indiana football, I'm with you. Now, will someone come a-calling and want to pay Uncle Kirk and take him away from Indiana? I would imagine a lot of that's going to happen. How much will they want to pay the piper, keep him around? I mean, how long till an NFL team's knocking on this dude's door?
Right. And you have to wonder about that. In the world of college football, it's kind of the Wild West right now, but if you're Indiana, doesn't Signetti have I'm calling him that forever now, by the way.
Yeah. Awesome.
Doesn't he have a blank check? I mean, seriously, it's one of those guys like, he changed everything for us. We got to keep you around forever and ever and ever. What do you want?
Well, he does. Now, it's smart on his agent's part and his part. He has a clause in his contract.
Every single time.
That after every year, he has to be renegotiated and paid as a top 3 coach. I'm sure it's going to be number 1 now.
Right.
But that'll keep him around for a minute.
And worth every penny. And then you have to wonder if his style would kind of vibe in the NFL. NFL's a different animal.
Yeah.
So with Signetti, I'm just thinking more Indiana championships in their future.
Well, because he's kind of, I don't want to say bully, but he's like the boss. He's in charge.
Yeah, right.
That doesn't work at the NFL level. Everybody has a level playing field, and the guys on the field are making more money than the dudes that are coaching.
Right, and you're not going to go into that czar mode in the NFL if you're a college football coach with that lack of head coaching experience at that level. So it's a different story, but you have to love the story and the way it turned out for Indiana. Now Mendoza will go on to be the number 1 pick in the draft, and you'll get to see him a couple times a year.
Tough break, Fernando. Top of the world today, bottom of the barrel come April when you're drafted by the Las Vegas Raiders. And that'll be a fun moment for him, but then you got to go be a Las Vegas Raider. So it was a ton of fun, dude. I was watching it. I saw Will Peterson tweet about Charlie Becker, the white kid on the outside. I thought he was a junior. And I'm like,
no, he's not eligible yet.
Yeah, he's only a sophomore. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's got converted tight end for Sean Payton written all over it at number 32 right there. So I had to go check. Yeah, not eligible just yet. So he'll be back in college football for another year. Hopefully at IU. We'll see how that thing shakes up. But it was a ton of fun, man. A great game. Fun stuff. And, Kurt Signetti, national champions in the college football
Could you
world.
ever have imagined this for Indiana football?
No, dude. No.
Indiana basketball school forever and ever and ever.
Well, till now.
And
the rise stinks. Signetti's winning chips.
Well,
dude.
through years, there's been a few Indiana players that have been Cody Latimer locally, right?
Yeah.
Indiana player. I'll remember Von Dunbar from back in the '90s because I loved his game. But
Thomas Bryant won a championship with the Nuggets, did nothing, but we celebrated.
Right. You definitely celebrate it. But now to be the team that everyone wants to copy, everyone wants to emulate, and nobody could beat. Miami put up a hell of a fight, but it was Indiana coming out on top. You love to see it.
Ton of fun, man. I got a bunch of texts, tweets, messages. They're really cool, the tribe. Being like, hey, rooting for you because you're a Hoosiers guy and I'm in the tribe. That's cool. That's what sports does. It brings us together, and I've told you about my family text thread and it going nuts last night. Uncle Troy won $2,100 on the game. That's a pretty nice little evening as well. $2,100 in Seymour, Indiana is about $5 million here in Denver, so he's sitting pretty today.
Yeah, sitting pretty. Sitting pretty. I loved what Signetti called this in a paradigm shift, right? One that opens the door to any program that's willing to do this.
Yep.
To do it the right way. A lot of teams are going to try to copy now what Signetti did, but it's going to be incredibly difficult for others to do.
Couple texts real quick for some Tribe Roll Call. Our buddy Tyler, he's checking in. He's a daily listener that we appreciate. He's up in Greeley. So pumped for the game on Sunday. Stiddy is going to shock the world, and he's using that hashtag that we asked for because it's Stiddy week. So our hashtag is Stiddy for the city. Keep those things going. Danny W., he's up in Hudson supervising some lab work. Stidham is going to be the Super Game MVP. A little Stidham instead of Stidham.
Okay.
I like that one too. Danny W., appreciate that. Dominic's checking in Lakewood, testing CO2 bottles for Pepsi, which includes Mountain Dew. You just stick your head under it like you do like cake stands with Mountain Dew. That would be sick, Dominic. He says, excited for this week. Congrats on the natty, Josh. Thank you, sir. Let's go Broncos. Hashtag Stiddy for the city. I love that the hashtag is catching on.
It is, yeah. Stiddy for the city. And now I'm thinking about shotgunning my Mountain Dew or doing the smelling salt.
I know. I brought mine, too.
We're going to do that?
Yeah, we should because I stayed up a little late.
You could use a little smelling salt.
Bed ended with, I better chug this water and take these Advils.
Okay.
So tomorrow's not terrible.
I am.
Have you ever done one?
No. I'm quite nervous about it.
All right. Well, we're going to do it during the break. And
no, we have to do it on the air.
Oh, we have to do it on the air.
React. Yeah.
So you crack it and just.
Crack it. Phil said crack it, shake it, and then kind of whip. Don't put it too close to your nose.
You're going to fall out of the chair.
Exactly. So be ready to pick us up.
All right, we're going to do that. We'll let you know how it goes. We'll come back and do that so you can see it as well. We do got to get into a Broncos conversation. They're down their starting quarterback. Could be getting their starting running back. But how much of the AFC Championship game and the results of said game is going to fall on the shoulders of Sean Payton? Let's talk about expectations. Coming up next.
His season came to an unfortunate end, but Bo Nix has the future for the Denver Broncos looking incredibly bright.
Let's be honest, we started the year saying, I don't know how the season's going to play out, but the most important thing is when it's all said and done, can we feel sure that we've got the quarterback of the future? Wow, I guess that question's been answered emphatically.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
What's going on, guys? Philip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And it's a brand new year. And I know there's at least 50 of you listening to me right now who are thinking about popping the question in 2026. And if you're ready to do that, you know you need a diamond. So let me save you some time and money by telling you something as simple as this. You need to go see my jeweler, Williams Jewelers. So whether you're starting the next chapter with your perfect engagement ring, or celebrating a milestone, or finally doing something special for yourself, this is where you need to go. This New Year's, imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, treating you just like family, and their service is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine, and the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. Not only are they going to share share the secrets of the business with you, but they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue and in Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Philip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
Free barbecue. Yep. Absolutely free barbecue. Hey, everybody, Dan Jacobs, the barbecue lawyer at 303 Law 4040. It's 2026, and we are taking our free meal program to the next level, and I want you to help spread the word with me if you can. I got a brand new smoker, and this thing's a beast. It's over 6 feet tall, so we can cook that 1,000 pounds of free barbecue each and every month. Here's what you do. It's Eastern Hills Community Church, 4 to 6 p.m. every first and third Thursday. I'm smoking up delicious pulled pork or my addictive copycat Chipotle recipe, and we're serving it up for free. You just get in line, you pop the trunk, we put free groceries in your trunk, and then we ask you how many meals you need for the night. It's that simple, no questions asked. It's at Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road every first and third Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m. Help us spread the word, and if you have any questions, you can always call me. The barbecue lawyer's number is 303-LAW 4040.
You know what people tell us all the time at Soda Weight Loss? I look and feel 10 years younger.
I feel fantastic, and I feel like I'm back to where I felt kind of in the old days. Lost a lot of that belly fat.
I mean, people tell me you look great and you look like a new person.
I am down 50 pounds in 11 weeks, and this program works. The pounds melt off. It's amazing.
Right now, when you join Soda Weight Loss, your partner joins for free. Call 866-800-SODA or visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Dover and Cecil.
From the top to the bottom, the top of the
All right, are you ready, Cease? Are you ready to do a smelling salt on the radio?
Yeah, smelling salt. It's a great radio, but it might be fun on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. What's up? My God, I'm very nervous about this.
All right, I'm going to crack mine. Oh, it was very easy to crack, and now I'm not
How's
sure
it
about
red?
this.
Okay.
Yeah, is it supposed to be
Let's
red?
do it. I'm cracking it.
Okay.
I'm shaking it.
Holy cow.
Oh! Whoa! I didn't even get very close.
You want to do the rest?
I didn't even get very close. Like,
holy crap!
This is better than Mountain Dew.
We're gonna need to open a door in here. That was actually more intense than I thought it was gonna be. Wow. Football players are stronger than me.
Is there more in there?
I mean, the smell's not going away. That's
I'm
for
still
sure.
shaking it, and it's wet now.
Yeah, mine is too.
Yeah. Okay.
Holy cow! No wonder they hit those before they don't get drilled by 300-pound dudes.
I'm totally awake now.
Oh.
No
right,
Mountain Dew
shout
needed.
out Philip Lindsay.
Yeah,
He brought
thank you,
those in
Phil.
yesterday.
Thank you, Phil. Actually, it's not as scary.
So is Jarrett Stidham just keep those in his mouthpiece?
Just
for
ready to
this
go.
weekend? Just
Yeah.
ready to, or is his little hand warmer? I want to get into this, see. So I want to talk about it during Stidham week here. Of course, that's going to be the headline of the shows of the week, the AFC Championship game, all about what if. Can he do it? Jarrett Stidham. And before we talk about expectations for the quarterback, because he's not free and clear, right? Like, there's some things he's going to have to do. We gave Bo, like, lines in the sand to get to, 300 yards passing, certain amount of rushing attempts, all the things that we wanted to do. But we can save that Stiddy conversation for later on in the segment or later on in the show. How about Sean Payton? I told you yesterday, I'm actually intrigued by this. I think it's a fun moment for Sean Payton to get a brand new quarterback in an AFC Championship game and show us how good he is. So a lot of this is going to be on Sean Payton. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And I want to know, if the results aren't there and they're not able to win the AFC Championship, do we all just point our fingers at one Sean Payton? Because you go, well, you got to cater to the game plan. You got to put Stiddy in the best position to succeed, and so on and so forth. Or are we going to kind of understand, yes, a lot of this is on Sean. VJ is going to have a big chunk of responsibility slowing down Drake May, and you shared some numbers about Drake that we're going to dive deeper into today on yesterday's show, that you really can rattle one Drake May. But what are our expectations for quarterback, now backup quarterback, and head coach ahead of the AFC Championship?
Expectations are a win. Expectations are running a clean game. You have to be as close to Bo Nix as possible if you're Jarrett Stidham. Now, he plays in a different style. I personally believe they're not going to be running the Bo Nix playbook that's, shrunk. They're going to be running the Jarrett Stidham playbook, which is going to be different. Lots of play action. And in fact, if you look, and Mace had the numbers yesterday, if you look at play action passing, and kind of most quarterbacks are better in play action passing. For Jarrett Stidham, off the top of my head, his play action passing quarterback rating is like 113.
Okay.
His non-play action passing quarterback rating is like 80. With Bo Nix, his play action passing is like 91 quarterback rating. Non-play action passing is like 89. So Bo Nix is very steady, very consistent with what he does. With Jarrett Stidham, it's clear you have to run play action passing. But the expectations, as you ask, it's a clean game. Very little sacks. You're going to take some sacks with Jarrett. I think he's a little bit better than he was in 2023. We don't yet know.
And then that comes back to Sean. Get the ball out of his hands.
Yes, comes back to Sean. So I think over the last 2 years, Stidham had to have observed Bo Nix and be like, that's pretty cool. Kid doesn't take a lot of sacks. Don't take a lot of sacks, Jarrett Stidham, and then run a clean game. Not a lot of sacks, 0 if you can, and then 0 turnovers, 0 interceptions, 0 fumbles. With the numbers we have on Drake May, you know he's going to give you the ball back. So make sure you win that turnover battle. Part of that is Jarrett Stidham taking care of the football.
Drake's got 5 turnovers in 2 playoff games. 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
And 3 other fumbles that they actually were able to fall on top of.
Right.
And it didn't count as a turnover. And I will say this, the play action numbers that you shared are outstanding. Again, how does that work? Sean Payton committing to the run, JK now coming back and giving you that 4 or 5 yards per carry that then demands that the defense commits to the run game. And then that's how Jarrett Stidham takes him over the top.
Yeah.
So you're getting JK Dobbins back, as we got that news yesterday, like about 12:45, and dove deep into that. It's a perfect fit for what they can do now to protect Jarrett Stidham via Sean Payton and still rely upon J.K. Dobbins. This could be, I know it will never happen. This should be a game where J.K. Dobbins has 25 rush attempts.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, but it should happen.
Well, 15's a minimum.
Minimum for sure.
It's got to be minimum 15. And here's the other thing that rolls into this, and I know we're talking about being safe with the football, all that. Play action passing portends what? What do you see off play action passing? Deep shots.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
There's got to be some deep shots. You can't just do the quick stuff all the time. You've got to run the ball. You've got to run play action passing for Jarrett Stidham, and then take the moment to pick your spots where you're taking your shot.
Yeah.
Did that make sense?
Yep.
Pick the spot to take the shot. And Jarrett Stidham's going to be probably ready for that moment. So who is that shot to? He's shown chemistry with Marvin Mims. More Marvin Mims is a key. Whether or not we see Pat Bryant or no, and I don't believe we will.
I don't think so either.
He's got to work through the concussion protocol, but it's 2 concussions in a month. Just, shut him down to the Super Bowl. But take those deep shots. Marvin Mims, Cortland Sutton, you guys are up. Plus a lot of heavy dose of Evan Ingram. We'll get into more of that as the week goes on.
Yeah.
But don't be afraid. Don't be timid. I know it's a backup quarterback, and oh my God, Jarrett Stidham hasn't thrown a pass in 2 years. You're going to have some balls in this one, and you're going to have some trust in said, testicular fortitude, and that's going to include some deep shots.
That's a whole nother conversation, too. Is Stiddy, he's confident. We've heard him be confident.
Yeah.
But then you get to the game itself, and is he confident of like, oh, I trust this laser rocket arm that's on my body? Or is it, I can't screw up. I have to play smart. I cannot cost my team a game. And then he's timid, gun-shy, for lack of a better term, and not trusting his rocket arm.
Right. You don't want that to be part of the game.
I almost want like the overconfident guy, because I think Sean's going to put him in the best position to succeed anyway.
Yes, and Sean's going to have those plays, kind of like he did for Marvin Mims, where it's like, hey, that worked really well in practice. We're definitely bringing that to the game.
So is that the game plan? They game planned for Pat last week.
Yeah.
Sean did.
Yeah.
Did they just transform all that to Marvin now?
Yeah, it could be to Marvin, but Marvin had his own play that he beat Pat Surtain on in practice. And by the way, and VJ will talk on Thursday, there's been times, and this came out yesterday, but there's been times when Jarrett Stidham runs the scout team every week, right?
Yeah.
There's been times when VJ's been mad at him because he's been working the scout team.
I heard this yesterday.
Now, we think about that. That's the Broncos defense.
Yeah.
And I know that Buffalo ran roughshod over them. They are weak against the run. Don't give me the numbers. It's just like talking about Buffalo's pass. Look at what the Buffalo pass defense. The Buffalo pass defense, that was a fraudulent number because you could run on them all day, and so teams just didn't pass on them. That's why their number was the same.
Yep.
The Broncos rush defense, as we've chronicled all year long, Philadelphia would have won if they would have kept running the ball. Green Bay would have won if they kept running the ball.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills almost won because they kept running the ball. You can run on this team. And with Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson coming in, that's something. But if we look at this team with Marvin, with, of course, Jarrett Stidham running the show, take your shots, take your chances, and take care of the football.
I can't wait for it. Like I said, Sean certainly has expectations. It's all about game planning. Is it going to be Marvin Mims? How is he going to protect and set Stiddy up for success? But then there are some expectations for Stiddy. Early on, obviously take care of the football. No turnovers, no sacks. Easy ones to talk about because that's the dude that you're replacing.
Yeah, that's what he does.
At that.
Right. That's his perfection. That's his forte.
Mm-hmm. All right, couple quick texts here. Our boy Jerry, he's also up in Greeley. He's working on some switches and outlets for Fisk Electric. So excited for this weekend. This is cool. He says, ain't no party like a Stiddy party. Love listening to y'all. Go try. That's a good one right there. We appreciate that. Another texter just writes, hello, beautiful hosts. That's nice of them to say, isn't it, Cease? Good for our confidence and our heads getting bigger.
We have been called the sexiest show on the fan, so I'll still stick by that because we are. I mean,
if they were going to do a calendar around here, I think you and I are kind of, we're January and December.
Okay,
we're
the good
home
ones.
and the anchor.
Right. Okay.
You got, Schlereth with his shirt off.
Schlereth with the Portland skin, February, Valentine's Day, stink, laying on some sort of heart-shaped bed.
Stoke would request that they use that old photo of him when he had abs that he would never, he still has it in his wallet, actually. That would be what Stokely requests.
His ab game is, I think it's gone bye-bye.
I think so, yeah. The golf course.
It happens to all of us. It happens to all of us.
That's right. Our boy Robin Cortez, good morning, tribe. Thank you for the shout out for the Hoosiers winning the Natty. He says now it's time for Stidham to step up and get one for Bo. Hashtag Stiddy for the city. Love that you're using the hashtag. Good work there, Rob. Keep your texts coming. Tribe roll call. Who are you? Where are you? What are you doing for a buck out there today? Send that to the RamosLaw.com text line at 303-713-1043. Put your name on your text so we can give you a shout out, and the same rules apply over on our Denver Sports YouTube page. And while you're over there, click that little subscribe button for us. That'll go a long way. All right, more conversation about what we want to see from Stiddy. Now let's talk about what we know about Stiddy, the history. It's a short one, but history about Jarrett Stidham starts and the shoes now he's stepping into coming up next.
Bonneville International Radio Station contests are open to participants at least 13 years of age and older that are residents of the state of Colorado. Unless otherwise specified, employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or an entity associated with the contest may not enter. Full general contest rules are available at DenverSports.com.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle, but now I see the world perfectly near and far without any glasses thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
I'm Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. A lot of new firms aren't even from Colorado, but we are. For 47 years, we've known Colorado law, we've fought for our neighbors, and we won for our community. If you've been injured, call 303-GOOD-LAW.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know. How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress? Like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I love seeing the old gang at these reunions.
Did you see Brian? He's in better shape than he was 25 years ago. How is that even possible?
Yep, I ran into him a few weeks ago and had to ask. He told me he started taking Nugenix Total T2.
The testosterone booster?
Yeah, but it's way more than that now. It also skyrockets your nitric oxide in as little as 3 hours. I started taking it right away, and I'm already seeing results.
I was wondering what you were doing. You seriously crushed me in that pickup game last week.
Yep, after 40, energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. But with T2, I feel like my old self again. Stronger, leaner, and my energy is way up. My wife even noticed a difference. They're giving out complimentary bottles right now. Just send them a text.
Text CAR to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of new Nugenix Total T2. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's CAR to 321-321. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, CSU basketball faces Air Force with pregame starting at 6:30.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
You are listening to Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
So what's in front of old Jarrett Stidham? During Stidham week here, he's got to fill the shoes of Bo Nix and trying to punch a Super Bowl ticket for the Denver Broncos, Broncos country, and all of us here in the tribe. Stidham's going to become the 9th quarterback since 1950 to make his first start of the season in the playoffs. Buckle up, Broncos fans. The previous 8 quarterbacks combined to go 1-7 in those games. The only win. Remember old Frank Reich? He led the Bills in the 1992 wild card game, making his first start. So it's not impossible. It's just an uphill battle. And look, how many of these quarterbacks, I don't have all 8 in front of me, were getting like their second start, first start maybe. Now it's going to be what, the 5th start for Jarrett Stidham, his 21st game in which he will appear. He would be the first NFL quarterback to start in the conference championship round or later without throwing a single pass during the regular season. This is ever. It didn't start tracking quarterback stats until 1950, but this dude hasn't even stepped into a game, hasn't been relieved to throw a ball. He came in once, right, to hand it off and kneel down was about it. He's going to be the first quarterback to step into a game this late in the season without throwing a single pass in the regular season. Now, you said it. He's at practice. He's the scout team. He's getting plenty of work in throughout the week.
Right.
He just hasn't done it in an actual game.
Yeah, in an actual game now in 2 years. The Denver Broncos, the only team in the NFL to not have their backup throw a pass last year. And in 2024. The only team in the league.
Yeah.
And it's a 50% chance every single year that your backup is going to play in the NFL. It happens. It's a 100% injury rate. Your quarterback's going to get banged up, even if it's just for a little bit, and your backup's going to come in. That hasn't been the case with Bo Nix because he's been very available, which availability is a skill.
Yep.
Even though he's been banged up and even though this ankle's been a problem since back to high school, Bo's been available with those 61 college starts and then starting everything in his pro career, except now the AFC Championship game. So you love to see that. So with Jarrett Stidham, it's coming in cold, ? Like not regular season, obviously hasn't played in 2 years, but not cold from a standpoint of the lack of reps. The scout team reps, the only problem with scout team is that you're not running your offense.
Mm-hmm.
You're running the other team's offense. But if there's weeks where VJ is really pissed off because Jarrett Stidham's been working his defense in practice, that's a great sign because it's just like that Marvin Mims play. Marvin Mims ran that play, cut the touchdown on, against Pat Surtain in practice. And that led Sean Payton to go, we're putting that in the game plan because that's your play. You just beat the best corner in the world. So if Jarrett Stidham is out there working this Broncos defense at times, certain weeks, I'd like to know which weeks they were, which playbooks he was operating with.
Can we borrow anything?
Exactly. And I think that's something Sean will go back through the practice film. And they film everything. So that's the great thing. So it's cold, but it's also the Patriots don't have much to assemble in terms of film study or what does he like to do, what's the best thing they can do. They can look at preseason. That's pretty vanilla. They can't watch the practice tape. Belichick ain't recording practice anymore for opponents. So.
You can't watch what he was as a Raiders quarterback because that's not who Sean is.
And it's totally different now. You know, and somebody on our text line yesterday was like, Josh McDaniels knows him. Yeah, when he was a completely different player. He's much better now, and it's advantage Broncos, and it's advantage for a couple of games. Usually it takes about 3 games for teams to get film on a guy. You only have 2 games left.
That's right.
Go win both of these games. Win them with Jarrett Stidham.
Well, and this just popped into my head as you were thinking because he's running scout team, and I'm holding the schedule so we can look at who those opponents were. I mean, Sean Payton's a veteran enough coach, and I would say that Jarrett Stidham's a veteran enough quarterback, even though he's the backup, to go up to Sean and go, hey, man, that week 8 when I was Dak Prescott and the Cowboys ran this, I really liked that. Can we do that? What's our version of that?
Right.
Let's talk about that. Let's change the terminology. Let's bring it to our playmakers and offensive line. Here's how you block it. Here's how you run the route. Let's add that to one of Jarrett's plays that he gets to present to Sean. Remember the Wickersham article? Like I sit down with the Q and we go over what he likes and I tell him yay or I tell him nay and we decide what the playbook's going to look like for the actual game. Stiddy's now a part of that process.
And the nice thing about it, there's some things about Sean Payton that are absolutely correct. And then there's some misconceptions about Sean Payton. About, like, his offense, it's his way. His way is just to find a way to win. So if it's something from, let's say, like a Cowboys week, you're preparing, and that looked really good in practice, yeah, he's going to steal that play.
Hell yeah.
He's going to borrow that. He's going to make it his own, an amalgamation, if you will. So that's the thing with Sean Payton. It's not just set, this is the system, this is my way. It's got to look like Drew Brees. No. It can look like whatever. And as Sean mentioned, like Teddy Bridgewater takes over for an injured Drew Brees, and they win 5 in a row. He went, 5-1 with Jameis, I think, 5-2 with Teddy, something like that. So backup quarterbacks have come in, ran their versions of Sean's system, and they've done well. This is the ultimate prize on the line. Now, this isn't regular season hey, Bo's going to be out a couple of weeks, and then he'll be back. This is for all the marbles, and that just makes it even more intriguing.
Good point here on the RamosLaw.com text line from our boy Johnny G. He's up in Grand Junction at the Optical Lab. He's a manager there, checking out eyeballs all day. I want to get your opinion on this, says Johnny G. This game comes down to McDaniels versus VJ. McD, a terrible head coach but brilliant coordinator, I think will ultimately come down to that chess matchup between these two minds using the hashtag Stiddy for the city. Great work there, Johnny G. On the text line. Yeah, that's what it is. We just talked about Sean Payton and his game plan. He's got to put Stidham in the best position to succeed. But this matchup, McDaniels and what he's going to do with Drake May versus what VJ and his interior defensive line. Plus, I'm imagining it's PS2. Who's he going to chase around? Stephon Diggs? Or so Booty on Riley?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's got a size advantage there. Okay. So that's going to be something, if you're game planning against the Broncos, you're probably going to want to work that. Pop Douglas will be on Jaquan, and I like that. I like Jaquan in that. I do love Demario Douglas. I call him 7-Eleven when I saw him at the Shrine game a few years ago because he's always open. Yeah. So that's going to be a fun one. It's Hunter Henry, the one we have to watch. It's always the tight end, and they got a great one in Hunter Henry. And those two backs in that tight end. I believe the rest of those receivers can be dealt with even if Booty gets like a big play on Riley Moss.
And that's what I'm thinking of, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not going to lose my mind if that happens. In football, you've got to control, like Hunter Henry, control those two backs. And if Booty or Demario Douglas get you, like, okay, good job. Too many people are in the moment of like, Riley Moss sucks. No, it's just going to happen that way sometimes.
Well, and this is the brilliance of VJ and the luxury of the roster is PS2's got his side. Don't have to worry about it. Huff, you want to bring up a little bit maybe for a Hunter Henry and help there. And then you can, Brandon Jones is out, but PJ Locke is now on that side to help out. Did you see the numbers on PJ
Locke?
Riley.
I think it was Nick Kosminder that had him, but there were 6 passes where PJ Locke was the closest defender. 0 completions.
Really?
And an interception.
Damn.
PJ Locke played an outstanding game, and if you look at that from the Buffalo game, the wild card game, where he got worked all the time, like there's a reason why you go out there and get Talanoa Hufanga, but now PJ Locke kind of redeemed himself against the team that really made him look bad a year ago.
Yeah. That Locke interception played the right distance to bait that throw, knowing that I can close the gap with my speed and come over and take
we'll
that
get
thing.
through it more in the week, especially after I talked to VJ on Thursday. Like, this thing, the fact that you just play Josh Allen and the fact that Drake May has some Allen traits, I think that's a positive because...
You mean that he fumbles? Is that the trait we're talking about?
He's wild with the ball.
Yeah.
He plays hero ball. He thinks he has to do everything. And if you can get him in that mode and get him away from those backs, that's how you win.
Yep. Alejandro is up in Longmont listening live from the Amazon truck. What's up, Alejandro? I say Stiddy has an okay game doing just enough, and J.K. Dobbins does it enough to get us by. I mean, that's the game plan, isn't it? That's kind of how I'm feeling and looking at it, too. Stiddy, don't take sacks. Don't make a major mistake. Is he going to play a perfect, clean game? No. I'm here to tell you that's not going to happen from Jared Stidham. But I'm with Alejandro on this. Can you do just enough and then lean upon your running game to let J.K. Dobbins carry this damn team to a Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's the thing. Do enough, take care of the football, and J.K., 40 carries over the next 2 games.
Yeah.
Whatever that number is, just use him up. Use him up. Run him into the ground. Sorry, that's your running back. That's what happens.
We talked about this yesterday, and John from Denver, that damn John Denver, wants to know when we'll hear from Bo next. Like May, probably.
Yeah.
May.
Yeah, it'll be something like that. There might be some sort of sit-down interview with before the Super Bowl or something like that, like a feature thing or something. Yeah, or for the national broadcast. As far as those local chuckleheads, we won't see Bo until maybe even training camp. We're not allowed to talk to injured players.
Yeah.
So training camp rolls around.
OTAs are weird, too, because there's a bunch of restrictions as to what.
And we can't talk to injured players.
Yeah.
So if you're injured, we just don't talk to you. So it's going to be a while before we hear from Bo.
Yep. It'll be a minute, but he'll be all right out there fighting, having surgery today. So we'll get an email that he had successful surgery, and then it'll be radio silence for a while. Jeff, his name's Jeff, out there enjoying his Mountain Dew. Who's the backup to Stidham if he goes down? Jeff, don't say that out loud anymore, but his name is Sam Ehlinger.
Yes. And Jeff is like the Mexican Wolverine.
Yeah. Let's not say that out loud, but Jeff, we appreciate the question and you tuning in, slamming that Mountain Dew right there. All right, we'll get back to some Broncos conversation. Plenty of that throughout the show, but let's hit a quick Broncos break. Look back at what the Avs did, a little afternoon delight yesterday. We might just spend 10 minutes saluting Brock Nelson. That's coming at you next.
Just as they did in 2015, the Broncos and Patriots will go head-to-head with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line. After an emotional victory over Buffalo, can Sean Payton rally his team around Jared Stidham for a little more mile-high magic? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Oh.
Wow.
That's the sound of flavor hitting just right. HelloFresh helps you cook fresh, delicious, wholesome meals every weeknight for a healthier you in each bite. From hearty falafel power bowls to juicy one-pan enchiladas, this is more than just dinner. It's feel-good made from scratch. Now hear that? That's what you bring to the table. HelloFresh. Nothing hits like home cooking. Try now at HelloFresh.com.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. Which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Every Christmas, you watch a classic movie. The one with Jimmy Stewart as caring banker George Bailey, and the one with the other kind of banker, Henry Potter. You watch It's a Wonderful Life because you are searching for someone who cares about you, a man like Jimmy Stewart's George Bailey. But you wonder, is the notion of a caring banker a fantasy? This is Glenn Jammerot. I'm president of the Alpine Bank family, member FDIC. Alpine Bank believes in one guiding principle, caring. We believe that if we put our customers and communities first, then everything we all hope for has the chance to come true. The most valuable thing one person can give another is caring. When you care, everything else just follows. Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well, I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there.
It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
Tune in Tuesday afternoons for Injury Insights with Zach Bai and Dr. Joseph Ramos to hear the latest injury news on your local teams and around the world of sports. Ramos Law. What makes us different makes us better.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Fitness Gallery, selling the world's finest fitness equipment.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Yesterday was Martin Luther King Day. Hopefully you got to enjoy some time off. Celebrate Martin Luther King and everything that he stood for. There was also a bunch of sports going on. The NBA and the NHL do a great job kind of highlighting that day, celebrating that day for the right reasons, and then giving us a bunch of sports to watch. Now, I know it literally only works for like me and Cecil, but I got to say, getting home to the Avs starting right at 2 o'clock, not a bad setup for my personal schedule.
Yeah, I think that's nice. Anytime we can get those early games, that's always good. Because then we get the national games. It's like, well, it's supposed to puck drop at 8:30, but it's going to be much later.
So, yeah, saw the Avs on the ice last night hosting Ovi and the Washington Capitals. And, man, they needed to get that sour taste out of their mouth after a beatdown at the hands of the Preds the other night. They lost, what was that, final 7-2? I gave up on that game. Then they win this one 5-2. A couple of things that I want to talk about, and I mentioned Brock Nelson. I tweeted it or texted it to the group chat last night, dude. What the hell? This guy's found the fountain of youth, found steroids, and is hiding it from the NHL. And either way, I don't care because the results that this guy has had an assist, didn't get the goal, but, dude, he had a move yesterday.
Yes.
Lost a dude, gets in front of the net. Goaltender makes a solid save, but Brock Nelson, dude, is figuring it the hell out. I mean, outside of, like, Nathan MacKinnon, he's been their best player for about a month.
Yeah, and I'd say it's been about 2 months because we talked about Brock Nelson here and there this season for the Avs. It's the puck handling. It's the way that he's skating. It's how he sets up his teammates. Like, he is in the zone as anybody can be. And Nelson out there just making it look easy with the way he handles that stick, and it's fun to watch. It's a key cog to what the Avs have been doing, and more great Brock Nelson play yesterday.
Yeah, it was outstanding yesterday. Nate gets one. By the way, the guys on TNT were saying it, like, that speed, his ability to fire that wrister the way he fired, they're literally saying their words, that's unfair. There shouldn't be a guy that can do both of those things at the same time and score at the rate that he scored.
Well, and then even after the game where Nathan was like, yeah, I just want to, stay healthy, be good for my teammates and win.
Right.
It's just so nonchalant about this setting, points records, like passing Stasny. So he's number 2 now. Like, okay.
1,100 points now.
Doing everything and also responding well. And obviously it's Nathan MacKinnon to do that because there's very few questions about the Avs this season, right? They're a wagon, they're rolling, just stay healthy. The Val thing we'll talk about in a bit. But I wanted to see, after getting punked like that against Nashville, how do you respond? How does Nathan MacKinnon respond? Like that. And that's a big news because everyone is going to follow him. They're going to follow him naturally anyway. And we have to talk about the fact that this team has been dealing without Gabe Landeskog.
Yeah.
And how the way they respond to the captain is much different than they respond to Nate. But they're coming together without Gabe, and we've seen it down at times, but they're coming together without him to kind of rally and have this sort of charge back. So it was really not only just winning yesterday, it was the way that they won that made you feel good about their bounce back after getting the beatdown from Nashville.
Drew Spivak, can I ask you a question real quick about goaltender interference? Is goaltender in the interference in the NHL what a catch is in the NFL? No one has any idea. So is Kale's goal gets taken off. I thought that was the dagger. Then Lecky gets it back because he's not my Turry, your Turry. He's our Turry. The goaltender's stick gets taken away, but with no intent, no malicious direction of taking the goaltender's stick away, and he loses both of his gloves. Is it just because there was a skate in the crease?
I don't know, to be totally honest with you.
So I'm not the only one.
No.
Okay, great.
Dude,
you're a hockey guy. You're supposed to know.
I'm a hockey guy. I've been around hockey since I was 5 years old. I have no idea what the hell goaltender interference is.
And they didn't have an explanation that made sense either.
No, none of it makes sense. It literally varies case by case. It's just like, what does the Situation Room in Toronto feel like going with that day? It's so bizarre. There was no goaltender interference whatsoever on that thing. It just even Bednar said it yesterday. He's like, I don't know what it is either. So nobody knows. Nobody knows what the heck it is.
NHL.
He's a coach in the NHL. He's like, yeah, I don't know what it is. Nobody knows. It's crazy.
Wow. And Marty's getting pushed.
Yes.
It's not like he's standing in the blue painted area.
Right.
He's being pushed by another player to be in the blue painted area. His stick is elevated, and it still takes the goaltender's stick away, and they take it off the scoreboard.
Listen, I've always looked at it as like, all right, did you impede the goaltender's ability to make the save? I feel like that should be like the general rule of it. I think that's probably what it is. You watched that play yesterday. Marty Necas did not impede willingly in the ability for the goaltender to make the save. Like you said, he was being pushed into the goaltender. I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to describe it. There's no rhyme or reason to any of it. It's literally fly by the seat of your pants and make it up as you go.
I actually feel better that you don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was watching the game yesterday, and I'm like, what the hell? How am I supposed to explain this on the radio?
Right.
I don't know what the rule is.
Yeah, and I feel like everybody has that thing. Maybe they need to just go back to the old rule of like, hey, if you're an offensive player, you can't be in the paint.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. But again, there's like some gray areas because what if, like in yesterday's case, you are being pushed into the blue paint? Then it's so convoluted. It's so confusing. None of it makes sense. It's just like, well, flip a coin. Let's see what happens on this thing, and we might be right with it. I don't know. It's crazy.
I'm okay with it, actually. Like, give me a hard line in the sand.
Right.
That blue paint, you can't be in it. And if you are, it's a penalty.
Yeah, that might be the way to go. Just go back to the way it used to be. Although it didn't matter for the Dallas Stars in the 1999 Stanley Cup Final because, Brett Hull was in the blue paint, yada, yada, yada.
Sure.
But, whatever.
Yeah, not that you forgot about that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Don't forget at all.
Cost the Sabres a championship.
Yeah, right.
And they haven't been good since.
So, figure it out, NHL, because that was is absolutely ridiculous. Marty Netjes did nothing wrong, but like I said, Lecky there to get it going. And you bring up Val.
Yeah, we know more about the Val situation. A minor car accident?
Minor car accident on
the way to
the arena.
Yeah.
And no major injuries. You're shaken up. Most of us have been in car accidents. Some of us are bad at driving and been in multiple. It's scary for Val anytime you're in a car crash. But I also thought this, which I shared with the group. You imagine being in that car crash. You get out of your car and you're like, is everything? Oh my God, you're Val Nichushkin. You know what I mean? It's kind of it's a cool moment, but then like the realization of, did I just run into a giant Russian player's car? Well, he's on his way to work.
I was going to say, is it a cool moment? Especially if it was your fault and you're the reason why Val's missing this time. So I don't know if I would share your sentiment that it would be a cool moment.
Well, it's cool. Like, you see him, and then you're terrified because of what you've done.
Is there any sort of language barrier when trying to exchange information, right?
I probably pretend I don't speak English in that situation.
Yeah, we're both screwed. Call the cops.
So good news that he's going to be okay. Hopefully his ride's not too dinged up, and all parties involved are looking at it as a minor sort of situation. Wedgie was back in net last night, got the win. He is going to possibly miss time with the birth of his second child, which I don't agree with. I'll never get with that.
You'll never get with the take time off for your children?
You get the first one. And then after that, video it and then watch it later. That's just kind of how I feel.
Every single one of them are special. I was there for all the births of my children. So.
In the room.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then missed work after? It was different back then.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't take any sort of paternity leave or anything like that, but I was definitely there.
Is that normal? Like, guys get paternity leave?
Yeah, they do. They do. I mean, now they do. Maybe back in the day.
That's what I meant. Now we do. Drew got some time.
Right.
Phil got some time. I think they should. I just didn't know that was.
It's for every child. I know that's your stance, and we're doing radio, but like, no, it's every single. I don't care if you're Phillip Rivers. You got 11 kids. You're gonna be there for all of them.
What's wild is that the men actually get more time than the women in a lot of cases.
What?
Oh yeah, it's insane.
Well, that's a little ridiculous.
Dude, I got 12 weeks.
Anything.
I got 12 weeks of paternity leave.
Damn.
And what'd your wife get?
She got 8. Now she had to take her own vacation time to bump it up to 12.
What,
yeah,
dude? You got a whole month extra?
Dude, that's 3 months.
Wow.
It's
Do
crazy.
you need that much time?
No. You need 2
And
weeks, probably.
The ladies need more time.
Ladies
than
need a
we
lot more
do.
time. Yeah. We didn't do anything. I just held her leg and said, "Hey, here we go."
She's squeezing your hand for support. That's
Pretty
all.
much, yeah.
Yeah, getting your hand broken while they're birthing your child is something.
Let's chill on the 2 weeks until I have a baby, Drew. Maybe we put that in the rules after.
Oh no, dude, take full advantage. If you get the opportunity to do it, you take full advantage of it. Like, I broke it up. I did like 2 weeks here.
Yeah,
and then
smart.
like 2 months later I took another 2 weeks. And then I think when school started, I took another 2 weeks. Like, you have a year to use the 12-week kind of period or whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. Plan
like
that
that.
out pretty nice. All right, we'll get back to some Avs conversation. Again, Val okay, involved in a minor accident on his way to work yesterday, and they put it on the Caps. They'll get back at it coming up, I believe it's Friday, when they're back up on
And
the
my
ice.
main question for the Avs now, after this bounce-back game, we got more to talk about. Can they sustain this and bring the consistency back to the ice that we were used to for most of this season?
All right, hour one done. Let's get into quarter number 2. What does Sean Payton need to do to help his backup? That's going to be a conversation throughout the week. And how much does that change if J.K. Dobbins is really fully, available for this game coming up on Sunday? We'll tell you next.
The Broncos completed a heroic comeback against the Bills in overtime, but lost Bo Nix on the second-to-last play of the game. With a veteran backup in Jared Stidham, can Sean Payton keep his offense rolling in the AFC Championship? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. Hey, I got a real cool story I wanted to share with you. Many years ago, my lovely wife Kimberly wrote down a prayer that said, God, make me a lighthouse so I can be a light to others when they're in a dark place. She filed that card away both in her heart and her prayer box. And then about 3 years ago, I asked my wife to leave her job in corporate America and come help me open up 303 Law 4040. And she absolutely loves it. She really feels like helping other people when they are hurting and don't know what to do is her calling. So here's the really cool part. A few weeks ago, a client came in to pick up a check and said to Kim, I really want to thank you. You were a lighthouse to me when I was in a dark place. It gave me chills when Kim told me that. If you've been hurt in an accident, it really is our honor to help you in your time of need. Call us anytime at 303-LAW-4040, where you always get to speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. That's 303-LAW-4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303-LAW-4040.
We got a call late New Year's Eve. A dad's garage door spring just snapped. He said, my family's counting on me tomorrow. We have big plans. So we showed up fast. We didn't talk about the price. We didn't wait till the morning. We fixed it right then. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Doors. When you need help, we're the ones who show up. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Doors. Call Don's Garage Doors today or schedule online at donsgaragedoors.com.
When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
What's going on, guys? Philip Lizzie here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And it's a brand new year. And I know there's at least 50 of you listening to me right now who are thinking about popping the question in 2026. And if you're ready to do that, you know you need a diamond. So let me save you some time and money by telling you something as simple as this. You need to go see my jeweler, Williams Jewelers. So whether you're starting the next chapter with your perfect engagement ring, or celebrating a milestone, or finally doing something special for yourself, this is where you need to go. This New Year's, imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, treating you just like family, and their service is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine, and the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. Not only are they going to share the secrets of the business with you, but they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue and in Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Philip Lizzie, when you step through one of those doors.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty. Wait, what? Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel?
You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's a new year, and Aleve is here to help you keep your New Year's resolutions on track. Whether it's a daily walk, hitting the gym, or spending more time with friends and family, Aleve's got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you moving with long-lasting body pain relief so you can chase those dreams and achieve your goals. Don't let body pain slow you down. Keep going with Aleve, because this year is your year. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, CSU basketball faces Air Force with pregame starting at 6:30.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents
Into our quarter number 2. We appreciate you guys kicking it with us here on a Tuesday, getting ready for Broncos and Patriots in the AFC Championship game. Nuggies are back on the hardwood today. They'll host the Lakers this evening down at Ball Arena. Plus, just got done talking about the Avs win yesterday. Big night last night for the Indiana Hoosiers winning the national championship. We're going to get back to that conversation coming up in about an hour. We'll talk about what that kind of win, that kind of program, and see if Deion can learn anything from Kurt Signetti coming up at noon. Cecil, I want to get back into this Broncos conversation, and I want to talk about a couple of different things. Now, we spent some time in the first hour talking about game plan for Sean, what it needs to look like. Now let's have that conversation of what it looks like with or without J.K. Dobbins, who we know that they opened up their practice window. Apparently the YouTube crew over there is telling you that Kliss shared something with the morning show today.
Yeah, Kliss on the morning show saying he doesn't believe that JK will be available for the AFC Championship game, and it will be the Super Bowl. The initial timeline was the Super Bowl, but the chances of them getting to the Super Bowl without JK Dobbins take a big hit if Dobbins isn't out there. So I just said it in the YouTube chat. That might be inside info from Kliss. It also might be just Kliss's opinion.
Sure.
So we shall see about that. We know with the Sean Payton regime, the information isn't as free-flowing as it used to be.
That's right. That's exactly right.
We know Kliss has the best sources. We know that Kliss, will say what the team wants him to say sometimes. But I can't say with certainty, like, he's not going to play now. No, I still think he could play, and he's going to put up a hell of a fight to play. They need him in a bad way. Play-action passing is the key for Jarrett Stidham. Mm-hmm. If he doesn't have play-action passing, he's not as good. You're going to get turnovers. You're going to get those interceptions. You're going to get sacks. They have to run the ball.
I'm sure he'll be upset about it tomorrow, but when Chris Thomas asks him about J.K. Dobbins, is it a short, I'm pissed that you asked me the answer, or will he give us any sort of insight as to what the availability status might be?
Yeah.
Because we're going to get a practice report, but Wednesdays doesn't mean jack.
Well, and even after a big win in the divisional round over the Buffalo Bills, the word on the street is that Sean is harder on you after a win. So, he's probably going to be a little grumpy pants that he's asked by Chris Thomason about that. So J.K. going to be out there. It's the topic of the week, and at least you make New England prepare for J.K. Dobbins. But if you're out there trotting out 10 rushes between Jaleel McLaughlin and R.J. Harvey, that's
a long day.
It's going to be ugly. Mm-hmm. It's going to be ugly. You need the ground game for Jarrett Stidham. It doesn't mean Stidham's a bad quarterback. It's Stiddy for the city. It's Jarrett Stidham week here. But the way that he plays best, and the numbers and advanced data back it up, is off of play-action passing. In order to play-action pass, you have to have the threat of a ground game. You don't have a threat of a ground game if it's R.J. Harvey. I'm sorry, that's not mean. That's just reality, and the truth isn't meant to make you feel good. So if you have J.K. Dobbins out there, that's a threat. If you have R.J. Harvey out there, I bet the Patriots are like, no, we can handle that. Mm-hmm. We can handle him. And you're going to play auction off that, and then they're not going to bite it as much.
Let's hear how it sounded, and maybe some inflection will change our tune a little bit. This is Mike on the morning show talking about J.K. Dobbins.
It's been 2.5 months he's been out, and to have him play after 3 practices, I don't think that's medically in the game plan. Medically, health-wise, smart-wise, it's best just have him get it going this week, get on the practice field, run around. Then with that bye week you got before the Super Bowl, if you win, you can maybe use him in the Super Bowl. It'd still be a long shot for the Super Bowl, but possible.
All right, so he's saying long shot for the Super Bowl, but possible. And
wow.
Again, is that opinion? Is that some information? Now, here's another layer to that. Is that some information to go and say, hey, play this down a little bit?
Yeah.
Let's get the buzz
get
off
everybody
of this.
calm down a little bit, and this is more about Jarrett Stidham, but I'm here to tell you my confidence level goes down if J.K. Dobbins isn't out there.
I
mean, period. I am not going to pick the New England Patriots, full disclosure. We'll get the Friday show, and I'll tell you that. But I'm telling you right now, I'm super confident if J.K. Dobbins is out there. I'm less so if he's not. So it's going to be a big adjustment, and it's a prove-it moment. I said it against the Bills. Hey, you can run against the Bills. And they didn't run against the Bills. It's a must this week. You have to do it. And you don't win if you don't do it effectively.
I just told you that I wouldn't mind if J.K. Dobbins touched the ball 25 times. If he's not going to go, they're certainly not going to get to 25.
Right. Well,
but, dude, it's like a minimum of whoever the guy is, RJ or Jaleel, Sean, pick pick, dude. Whoever that dude is, it's 20. In this game with Jarrett Stidham as your quarterback, if that dude, the lead back, is not getting 20 carries, I don't know that we like the outcome.
And it's one of those things where I would even say if it is RJ and it's 20 for 60, so 3 yards a carry, which isn't great, Bob, it's still the intent. And I know that people sometimes lose their mind. It's the intent of running more so than the result at times. You want the result to be better than 3 yards a carry. But that intent of like, we're going to use time of possession. We are going to run the ball. We are going to be more physical. Use altitude as your advantage. That's what the Broncos should be doing. And the fact that Kliss in that clip, he kept saying medical. Well, medically, I don't know if that's part of the game plan. And medically, I don't know if that's, so it's like, okay, are you talking to someone in the medical staff?
Yeah, definitely.
That's not a Sean thing. That's not a Sean opinion, right? That's not an opinion from on high. That's something where it's like, he kept saying medically. Well, medically, I don't know if that's part. Okay. Sometimes football, you got to tape it up, rub some dirt on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's been 2 months and it'll be 3 practices. I don't care. You have to put it all on the line. If J.K. Dobbins is like 70% healthy, he's got to play. You got to play.
Yeah.
And actually, after that, like, oh, now he's not available for the Super Bowl. You're still in the Super Bowl. Figure it out.
Right. Yeah. If he helps you get to the Super Bowl, then you have to figure out a game plan in 14 days without him.
Right.
I think that's a bridge we'd all be willing to cross if
I
we
am
got to
not predicting it or projecting it as something the Broncos need to do, but I believe Tom Pelissero had, hey, now that teams have lost, here's practice squad players that are available. One of those is Royce Freeman. And Royce is Phil's buddy, never worked out the way he should, but he's a solid veteran back that knows all the systems because he's played everywhere. But it's like, okay, he's got
6
some
holes
size.
they can choose from. It's not that difficult to be a running back.
And he's got some size. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even grabbing a guy like that, just someone as a banger that can come in and try to soften up the defense. Again, I'm not projecting that. Don't at me, bro. But, like, you have to think of everything. If J.K. Dobbins isn't available, you have to think of any way you can run the ball.
You're right. You're exactly right. Broncos country, folks out there in the tribe, you tell us, what do you think about J.K. now? Maybe not returning until the Super Bowl week, and as Kliss said, it might be a long shot even for that week as well. Answer on the text line, powered by Ramos Law, 303-713-1043. Same deal over on the YouTube page. Get to youtube.com, find Denver Sports, click that Dover and Cecil stream, and you're in just like that. One of our loyal texters from the tribe said, my dad wanted me to send you this. It's a picture of a Chewbacca decked out in nothing but Broncos championship belt, Broncos do-rag, Broncos chain, and it looks like he's wearing the Rambo bullet belt across his chest as well.
The bandolier is what Chewbacca wore. It had for his crossbow that he operated. Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So Chewbacca used a crossbow as his weapon.
A laser crossbow. But yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
Laser. By the way, George Lucas had a Boba Fett Broncos shirt, and I'm like, is that for sale? Is that for sale?
Dude, imagine how much money they'd make off of that.
Come on, George.
From you alone.
I know. Come on, George. I want that Boba Fett Broncos shirt.
All right, we'll keep the Broncos conversation going. Sean has to help Stiddy, but who's going to help Stiddy on the field? Who's going to step up the way Marvin Mims did last Saturday? We'll find out. We'll tell you who we think it could be coming up next.
The Broncos may be without Bo Nix, but counting them out would be a mistake.
I'm not scared of the Patriots. I'm not scared of Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels coming into Denver. When's the last time they came into Denver and won a big game? So, whatever. Let's go. Buckle up.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Trust and Will.
My dad and I were always close, but some things we just didn't talk about, like his will. After he was gone, we found out he didn't have one, and it created a lot of stress during a time of grief.
Creating a will can be hard to think about, but avoiding it can lead to greater difficulty for the people you love. That's why Trust and Will makes estate planning simple. Create a will online in as little as 30 minutes.
Now, I have a will in place to make sure my loved ones are protected. With Trust and Will, it was easy and affordable, and I got peace of mind knowing my wishes are clear.
Trust and Will.
Get 20% off when you visit trustandwill.com/plan. That's trustandwill.com/plan to get 20% off. trustandwill.com/PLAN.
What's going on, everybody? Philip Lindsay here, and I have learned to grind through injuries and keep moving forward. But now the grind is becoming a breakdown. If you're ignoring joint pain, you're just waiting for a surgery you don't want to deal with. At Regenerex, they use your body's own biology like stem cells, PRP, and shockwave therapy to repair the damage and get you back in the game. They focus on regenerating the joints, not just masking the symptoms. So give them a call today if you're dealing with any type of joint pain, because at Regenerex, you can schedule a free consultation. You heard me, a free consultation, and all you have to do is call in right now at 303-630-9770 or visit Regenerex.com and make sure you let them know that Philip Lindsay sent you.
Download to see if you qualify for Albert Instant Advance. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription is required for Instant Advance. Please see the Albert app or albert.com for subscription pricing. Subscriptions can be canceled at any time.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? You can get up to a $1,000 advance fast to pay for car repairs, bills, rent, groceries, whatever you need. Plus, Albert can help you find ways to save and give you a custom budget to actually grow your money.
Albert can get me up to $1,000?
Exactly. But they do more than get you up to $1,000. Albert is your financial assistant, helping you budget, save, and spotting you money in a pinch.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000 for your bills, rent, groceries, and more. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000. Use code PLAN to get up to $1,000.
I lost 60 pounds with soda, and the weight came off naturally. The biggest difference was having my own nutritionist, someone I could text anytime with questions. SodaWeightLoss.com. They deliver fast, easy, convenient weight loss with no hunger, no guesswork, and clients routinely look and feel 10 years younger. That's why they have nearly 9,000 positive Google reviews and thousands of before and after photos to prove it. And right now, join Soda, and your partner joins for free. Go to SodaWeightLoss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com. Soda Weight Loss is, say it with me, state of the art.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I
do. Everyone does, but it's only U.S. mortgages. Lock in a low rate today, and if rates fall in the future, we will redo your loan and lower your rate without any lender fees, including the appraisal. There's no limit to the number of times you can do this. Always have the lowest rate for life. Get our 475 5-year fixed rate, 5.89 APR. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Sean's got to help Stiddy. Pre-game, game plan, play calling. Who's going to help Stiddy in the game, on the field, between the numbers there? Who's going to be this week's Marvin Mims? You called it. You asked for it, and you got it. Cease, you said Marvin Mims has got to step up and play a big game, and he did exactly that. Pat Bryant goes down, insert Marvin Mims, and he handled his business. So who's going to be that dude for Jarrett Stidham this week against the New England Patriots? And we'll dive deep into what their defense looks like. We might do that on tomorrow's show. Can it be Marvin Mims again? We've both wanted Cortland Sutton to be more involved, but defensive basically since September 7th, and now we're getting ready for a January game, have said, we're taking 14 away from you, and we dare you to pick someone else to beat us with. And they did that 14 times, and then they did it last week, thanks to your dude Marvin Mims. So who do you think, who do you have this early gut feeling or idea who's going to step up and be that dude for Stiddy like Marv was for Bo last week?
It's why my mile-high moment was Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram's going to be the guy. Jarrett Stidham has better chemistry with Evan Ingram than does Bo Nix. And
Why
doesn't
haven't you
mean
explained that?
Bo doesn't do it or whatever. And here's why. Jarrett Stidham bird dogs. If I'm playing against Jarrett Stidham, I know he's going to stare down his receivers. He bird dogs.
Yeah.
Bo Nix reads the entire field. Who's his favorite receiver? The open guy. Why didn't he go to Court? Because Court wasn't open because they were bracketing him. And then late in the game, he was going to Court. Jarrett's going to force things. He's going to force some throws. He's going to make some tighter window throws, even kind of passing up some of the easier throws that Bo doesn't. Bo's about the next play. Bo's about like, oh, you're giving me that? Done. Jarrett Stidham is about like, I really want to get it to Court here. They're bracketing him. I still really want to get it to Court. Okay, throw it to Evan. It's that sort of intent that makes Jarrett Stidham a different quarterback. Bo is, just taking what you give him, and he's working his way down the field. Jarrett's like, this is the play. We're setting it up. I'm throwing it. Mm-hmm. He almost makes the decision to throw before he even reads the field, okay? And that's not a great thing, but that's why there's a difference. The difference is he'll force it.
That's actually a really bad thing.
He'll force it to Evan Ingram. And because of that, Evan Ingram will be the guy. I'm not saying 8 for 93 and a touchdown like Marvin did, but that'd be awesome if he did. I guarantee he'll do more than the one catch for 7 yards or whatever it was. Like, do you even remember the Evan Ingram play from Buffalo? The answer is no. Nobody does. Mm-mm. Evan probably doesn't even remember it. But, like, now I would guess 4 or 5 catches for Evan Ingram, probably a touchdown for Evan Ingram in this one. That's going to be the weapon that gets featured because that's his whoopee. That's his security blanket, and Jarrett Stidham likes to use the security blanket.
Can I go off the board a little bit outside of the normal box? What about Little Jordan Humphrey? Little Jordan Humphrey and Jarrett Stidham have multiple reps together.
Sure.
They did it all camp a year ago. He went to New York this year. Then some preseason games, and if Pat's not going to go, just like both of us don't think he's going to go, I honestly don't even want to see Pat Bryant out there, dude. 2 concussions in 27 days. Don't do it.
No.
Don't let him play football for a couple of weeks, till the Super Bowl, basically. We watched LJH fill into that role, then drop the ball. Bo goes back to him, and that's not Bo going like, ooh, I'm going to let this guy make good. Bo only throws to the open dude. So if he's going to get that role again, Sean saw the success that came with that role versus, we'd call that CB3, right? In most instances, you're not lining up your best dude against Little Jordan Humphrey. It's counterproductive for what else the Broncos can do on the outside. So again, I'm not saying 8 for 93 and a touchdown either. But I'm saying there could be a play or two, just like Bo had with Little Jordan Humphrey, that goes, man, that just might be the difference in a game right there. Little Jordan catching or not catching in the end zone.
Well, I wish I could see Drew because I want to see his face when I say this.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about scout team, right?
Yeah.
And we can't say what's up on the walls, but they honor like the scout team players. I'm just saying. I'm not saying what's on the walls, but I'm just saying.
Are we about to get this here?
Yeah.
Are we about to get this on January 20th?
Well, I mean, if he's working the scout team and Vance Joseph is upset sometimes because Jarrett Stidham is so good, he's working the Broncos defense with the scout team. Do you know who is the scout team star?
I know because you told me.
I know because you guys got pizza because of it because Kev remembered a bet because of Madden. You want to get crazy and
Shout
activate?
out Madden.
You want to activate A.T. Perry?
You want to get nuts?
I asked Drew the other day. I was like, "Do I get pizza back?"
He plays in
if A.T. Perry plays in the AFC Championship game. But again, who is Jarrett Stidham working with? He's working with Little Jordan Humphrey.
Yeah.
He's working
guys.
with A.T. Perry. He's working with Elijah Moore, right? So maybe you work in some of his guys. And without Pat Bryant, and I don't think Pat Bryant plays. I don't think he should play. You just go, okay, next man up. Troy Franklin's got, the hamstring, Kev? Is that right? Hamstring for Troy Franklin? So if Franklin's a little bit banged up and with speed guys, you got to be very careful with the hamstring or else that thing pops. Then you have Marvin, Court, and then maybe it is an Elijah Moore. Maybe it is a Little Jordan Humphrey. And yes, as crazy as it is, I'm going to love that pizza when I get it. Maybe it's his guy, scout team star, A.T. Perry.
A.T. Perry. It's been months since you said his name.
I know, but he's on the team for a reason. So Sean loves him, and he's big. And if you're replacing Pat Bryant, okay, and I say this with all respect to Elijah Moore, who's got more playing experience than does A.T. Perry. But if you're going to replace Pat Bryant, do you want to go with the little guy, or do you want to go with the guy that's built just like Pat Bryant?
You want to replace the dude. You want to replace the
And
body.
in fact, Perry's faster than Pat Bryant. He's not clutch like Pat Bryant is, but he's big and fast. So if you're just doing like a 1-for-1 replacement, okay, I'm going to go with the guy that's kind of built like Pat Bryant. So let's get nuts. Go off the board. I don't think it happens. Don't at me, bro. But I think it's an Evan Ingram and maybe a little Jordan Humphrey, too. I like that.
I like the idea of AT. Dude, it's the AFC Championship game. You're without Bo Nix. You throw bleep at the wall and see what sticks.
See what sticks. Throw it all up there, man. Throw it all. And especially if JK doesn't play, that's such disappointing information for Mike Klis. And it's not about Mike. It's just that
Mike's just doing his
he's
job.
either heard that or he strongly believes that. It doesn't medically make sense. I think sometimes you just got to kind of not make sense and throw in JK. If he's, and again, I'm not saying like 50% healthy, but if he's good enough. Yeah, Terrell Davis couldn't see on a play in the Super Bowl. And Mike Shanahan's like, I just need you out there.
You're talking about sacrificing a dude's body.
Right. Because what was like Von Hebron or whatever? Who was behind Terrell at the time? Like,
I think it was Hebron. Good pull on your part.
And Mike Shanahan was like, they're never going to buy it. The play action, because it was play action.
Because you have to sell.
They're never going to buy it if TD couldn't see. And Mike's like, it's okay. Rub some dirt on it.
You don't need eyes for this one.
And go out there and play. So I'm just saying, JK, we love you. Love you. Can you please play? Please play.
Yeah, it's the weird, you said it earlier, and it's sticking in my head of like, if he plays and can't go in the Super Bowl, is the juice still worth the squeeze?
They get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think everything's about getting to and then winning the Super Bowl. It's part of Sean's goals, right?
Yeah.
The goal wasn't make the AFC Championship game. The goal was get to the Super Bowl. Well, you got to get past the AFC Championship game, and you're better off with J.K. Dobbins than without.
Yeah.
If RJ had a big game against Buffalo, this had been less of an issue.
Yes, it would have.
If Sean would have had an emphasis on the ground, he clearly didn't trust him.
Or Jaleel. We both said it doesn't matter.
Well, and they don't trust Jaleel past like 5 carries, so that's not going to happen.
Well, I wonder what that fumble did to Sean's head. Even though it got called back because of a penalty on Buffalo, that's still in the back of his head.
Right.
You dropped that one, and it was about to be a big momentum shift.
Yeah, a big momentum shift, and you cannot have that against New England, and they're going to give you the ball back. You can't give it away. So now I'm just thinking about Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give it away now.
One of our texters said it was Glenn Milburn.
Glenn wasn't on that team.
I don't remember.
No, Glenn wasn't on that team.
Okay. Keep him coming.
Super Bowl 32 backup was like Von Ebron, and who's the dude that played? Who's the dude that played for San Francisco as well? Number 20. Why am I not remembering his name? Glenn was after that. Glenn was drafted in 99, I think.
Okay.
Something like that. I'll double check.
Derek Lavelle.
Derek Lavelle. He played for the 49ers. Lavelle was the backup, and Shanahan knew you weren't going to fool the defense. You needed Terrell Davis in that play that he couldn't see. JK, I'm sorry, but if you're like 70% healthy, you got to play, dude.
You want to be a legend in this city or not? You want to help Stiddy for the city or not, JK? And honestly, I don't really care how he feels after the Super Bowl. It's his problem, not mine. That's cutthroat, but I know you guys feel the same way.
It ain't a thing if you don't get that ring, and this is their best shot. Without Bo, it sucks. It really does. But do not think that they're automatically going to get back there.
Mm-mm.
We haven't done our record prediction because, of course, we haven't seen the schedule. I need to look at the schedule. But right now, I don't know if I'll pick them at 13 wins again. Just because the schedule's going to be different. The order of schedule is going to be different. I need to see how it's going to flow before I make that prediction. But don't think like now the Broncos are in the Super Bowl every year. This is your shot. It's a shot with Jarrett Stidham. Mm-hmm. It's still your best shot. Take it.
I mean, they won 14 games and won the number 1 seed, and there were still teams that thought, we don't really have to. Bo can't do it.
Right.
They don't get that luxury anymore. Number 1 seed, 14 wins. Your quarterback's the real deal. You're hunted.
Everybody's coming for you.
Hunted. That's exactly right. We've talked a ton about Stiddy, and that's not going to stop throughout this week. But let's change lanes. Let's talk about Drake May. Is this dude really that much of a threat, especially against this Denver defense? We'll tell you coming up next.
He sucks.
Bo Nix fractured his ankle in the win over the Bills and will miss the remainder of the postseason. Can Jarrett Stidham take the reins and help lead the Broncos back to the Super Bowl? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Men, the new year is here, and if you're like many of us, you're ready to improve your health. But if you're feeling low energy, not sleeping well, or not seeing results in the gym, keeping that resolution can be tough. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if those symptoms sound familiar, we can likely help. They often point to low testosterone, and treating low T is what we do. But this year, we're also helping men go further with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring growth hormone peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more, designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate fat loss. With our low T treatments combined with our body composition programs, most men notice real improvements: more energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and often a renewed sex drive as well. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Still haven't filed your taxes? Hey, you're not the only one. A lot of good people fall behind. But here's the thing. The longer you wait, the harder the IRS can hit back. Penalties stack up. Interest piles on. The letters get more aggressive. None of it magically disappears. It's why I always tell folks, call my friends at Advanced Tax Solutions. These are not generalists. They don't dabble in tax problems. They live in this world. Resolving IRS issues is all they do. Maybe you're 1 year behind. Maybe you're 10. Maybe you've got unfiled returns, wage garnishments, bank levies, or you're just losing sleep wondering what the IRS is going to do next. Their licensed tax professionals can step in fast, talk to the IRS for you, stop the stress, and start putting a real plan in place. And listen, waiting never makes it better. Every day you delay is another day the IRS gets to tighten the screws. One quick call to Advanced Tax Solutions, that could be the start of a quick resolution. So take control of your tax situation before the IRS does. Reach out to Advanced Tax Solutions today and breathe again.
I dared Archwell Health to keep track of my vitals and my grandkids' names.
I dared Archwell Health to simplify my prescriptions, so Max and I have more time to play. Good boy.
And I dared Archwell Health to be closer than my neighborhood coffee shop.
Our members dared us to do more as a primary care provider for adults age 60 and up. So we made it our mission. Visit archwellhealth.com and become a member today. Archwell Health. We dare to care.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
I'm Rob Wilhite. For nearly half a century, my law firm has stood up for car accident victims right here in Colorado. Families, workers, neighbors, your community is our community. With over $1 billion won for our clients, our results speak for themselves. If you've been injured in a car accident, you deserve a team with experience, power, and a history of real wins. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's 303-GOOD-LAW or WilhiteWins.com. The Wilhite Law Firm, Colorado's trusted injury law firm for almost 50 years.
Need a plumber? Euro Plumbing has the lowest prices in town. Rock bottom prices on whole house repipes, sewer line repairs, even water heaters. 720-500-3000.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Roller Auction.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, CSU basketball faces Air Force with pregame starting at 6:30.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Dover and Cecil.
There you go. You get your little chili peppers.
I actually don't like Anthony Kiedis.
Why?
There were some tours back in the day where they kept Mr. Bungle off because Mike Patton, who was my musical genius, He's my muse.
Yeah.
Mike Patton made fun of Anthony Kiedis for like doing hard drugs and stuff. He on stage like just publicly made fun of him because Anthony Kiedis didn't like Faith No More because they ripped off our sound. They totally didn't. Faith No More predated Red Hot Chili Peppers, and so I actually don't like Anthony Kiedis, but that's a good song.
Yeah, they got some pretty decent jams there. I remember a road trip back to Indiana as a kid, and I don't even know what album it was, but maybe it was just Californication, if that's what it was called. But that song,
Blood Sugar Sex Magic, was their big one.
Okay. I had a CD player of it, and, I didn't want to listen to my dad's music. I listened to that album. It's like a 16-hour drive. I just listened to that album on repeat over and over and over in the back of the car there.
Okay.
It's just, you're a kid. You want your own jams up there. Like, I'm not listening to Aerosmith. You're so old. And now I love Aerosmith.
Loving an elevator.
That's right.
It inspired me.
Janie's got a gun, dude. I have a grandma Janie that's always carrying heat. I'm like, they made a song about you, Grams.
That's funny.
All right, I want to talk about Drake May here, dude. You said this yesterday, and then I went back and I said, I got to look at these playoff numbers and what Drake has been able to accomplish in his first 2 playoff games, and he hasn't lost, so that's the major stat that you can take away if you're a Patriots fan, and if you are, gross. But, dude, you talked about the fumbles. He's dropped the ball 6 times in 2 games, and the opponent has recovered 3 of those 6 fumbles. He's also thrown 2 interceptions. He's got 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, so he's good for a touchdown, a couple of touchdowns and an interception every game. But if you take interceptions, fumbles, I want to talk about his completion percentage and his sack number. So we're talking about 5 lost turnovers, another 3 fumbles that they were able to fall on and recover, but 5 turnovers, 3 more fumbles, and 10 sacks, and a completion percentage under 59%. If you wanted to be nice, you could round up and give him 59%, but guess what I'm not doing? Being nice to Drake May. So it's 58%, 10 sacks, 5 total turnovers, and yes, he has 2 wins. That's all without playing the best defense in the NFL that resides right here in the Mile High City.
The best defense that their forte is hunting quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And Drake May's offensive line, like Drake May had flashes as a rookie, but what kept him down as a rookie was his offensive line was garbage. Now they tried to make some hay this offseason and try to get him some more help there. They're still garbage, and that's the reason why Drake May gets that sort of pressure. And the pressure numbers he doesn't respond to in kind because he goes back to hero ball. The number one Achilles of Drake May is getting in his head, getting that pressure to him so that he goes into, I got to do everything mode, and I got to hold on to the ball, and I got to wait for that deep route to come open so I can throw it. He can absolutely launch it. He's got a hose, absolute cannon of an arm, a Josh Allen-like cannon, and that's a very, very rare arm for Drake May. That Caleb Williams throw, the 51-yarder that was a 14-yard touchdown,
Yeah.
Drake May can do that. He's one of those guys.
So he can run away from pressure
Yeah.
and still throw a dime off his back foot.
Yeah, 70 yards downfield.
Okay.
Off of 1 foot.
I
He
hate
can
that,
do that.
but you're right.
He can do that. So you want to get him into hero mode. You want to pressure him. You want to knock off the timing. Josh McDaniel's going to try to do the Marcus Mariota thing. He's going to try to do the short stuff. Drake May doesn't want to do that. Drake May is wild. He wants to beat you deep all the time. He's got that big arm, and he can run around a little bit. So it's good that coming off a game against Josh Allen, you're facing a quarterback that is somewhat similar.
Run around a little bit, so much so where you have Alex spying again like you did against Josh and lost a couple of times?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they would do that with a young quarterback. It's a different kind of math equation with Josh Allen. That's a veteran. You got to spy him. I don't know if you do that with Drake. Maybe at times you would.
Tell me if I'm wrong, if this is my interpretation. Drake May is going to scramble to give a route time to develop while Josh Allen is going to scramble to pick up yardage.
No, Drake May's going to scramble. Drake May's going to keep a play alive because he wants that deep route
That's
to
what
come
I'm saying.
open.
Yeah. He's letting that next route develop downfield.
Yeah. So he's trying to get that deep stuff. Plus, he feels pressure. Like Josh will run because he knows he can do that and he can beat you. Drake feels pressure a little bit early. So if you can get him, he doesn't see ghosts. He's not Sam Darnold. But, like, if you can get him to feel that pressure, even though you're not quite there, Jonathan Cooper's really close. Drake May will take off. But he can run, he can scoot, and he can throw it off platform with ease.
Took the 4th most sacks of any quarterback in the NFL this year. Then the numbers we've talked about in the first 2 playoff games, and add that to, what was Denver's sack number? 68, I believe, is what they got to this year.
Oh, why couldn't it have been one more?
Yeah, it'd be nice. They owe us one. And you add that, what they can do against this dude. It scares me a little bit that you say, hey, he can still chuck that thing downfield off of his back foot because he can run away from pressure and still make a play. But I really like the idea of him scrambling east and west and not climbing the pocket to keep a play alive. Because here's 98, here's 97, here's 93, here's 99, here's 15, here's Agent Zero chasing his ass down to crush him and make a mistake.
What about 52 and 92?
I forgot about Jonah and Dondra. You're right.
Can't forget about those guys. NFL Plus had this on Twitter because everything's a plus. Drake May will be the first quarterback to face a top 5 total defense in each of his 3 playoff games in the season since Cam Newton in 2015. No quarterback has ever beat 3 top 5 total defenses in a single playoff run. And we remember how that ended for Cam Newton.
Yeah.
So he's the first to do it since Cam. And I've always said during the regular season, Patriots played the second easiest schedule. Like they just played nobody. And so now in the playoffs, he's facing these defenses. He's beating these defenses. Denver has entered the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Just like with Cam Newton. Cam Newton was on a tear. Cam Newton MVP. That offense was just rolling with Carolina. Just unstoppable until they met Denver.
Yeah.
So Drake May, welcome to the Mile High City. It's time to get beat down.
I can't wait for this game. By the way, you bring up Jonah and Dondre, which I forgot. My apologies. Wrist slap for me for doing so. Jonah's bro's on the other side, and he's a big piece of what the Patriots do on defense. It's Christian is the one over there, I think. He's a star over there for the New England Patriots and is a hell of a player. But this week, there's only one Ellis that we care about, and it's Jonah.
That's our guy.
It's our guy, Jonah. That's exactly right. Our text line talking about, hey, you're talking about getting after Drake May, the sacks that they'll get. We also have PS2 playing Stephon Diggs, a shutdown corner, and take away his go-to guy, our dude Bert up in Broomfield, giving us that information. Bert, you're 100% spot on. If it's Stephon Diggs that he wants to take away, or say Kayshon Boutte is starting to heat up a little bit, well, VJ has the luxury of flopping that up. So, yeah, it's going to be a big, big challenge for Drake, his wide receivers, to get the ball moving against this Broncos defense. And even if you have some success between the 20s, good luck scoring in the red zone against this defense.
Yeah, good luck with that. And the Broncos, you just started to get some turnovers against Josh Allen and was giving it away like Halloween candy. Drake May will do the same thing. The same thing. And if you don't have J.K. Dobbins, which was really bummed me out, thanks, Mike. Thank Mike Kliss for bumming me out this morning. If they do not have J.K., nothing's official. We'll talk to Sean tomorrow, Thursday, Friday's injury report's going to be everything. But if that's the case, then your defense, a defensive score, everything helps. You need everything. You don't need to play perfectly against New England. This is a better matchup than it would have been against Houston for Jarrett Stidham. But if you don't have J.K., you're going to need this defense to get those turnovers.
Get some turnovers, possibly score some points. Anything they can do to help out Stiddy will be required. All right, back to the Broncos coming up in our lunch hour. Around 11:45 every day we check our X, and no, that's not creeping on our X's timeline. Our Twitter account, what's there that you need to know about? Cool numbers for Nathan MacKinnon that we'll share, plus a new running back for Prime and the Buffaloes. Details coming up next.
His season came to an unfortunate end, but Bo Nix has the future for the Denver Broncos looking incredibly bright.
Let's be honest, we started the year saying, I don't know how the season's going to play out, but the most important thing is when it's all said and done, can we feel sure that we've got the quarterback of the future? Well, wow, I guess that question's been answered emphatically.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Let's go!
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Hi, I'm Tom Shane. Since 1929, Shane Company has helped millions of customers find their dream engagement ring. I still hand-select every ruby and sapphire center stone, choosing each one for its unique color and life. We're proud to offer the widest selection of beautiful colored gemstones for your engagement ring and fine jewelry. Because a friend wants you to have nothing but the best. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-4-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Captid Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
What's up, everybody? It's Cecil. You'd love new windows. I'd love new windows. That's why I went to Window Nation. Why? Because I live in Roxborough. I deal with a ton of wind and cold winter months. Well, that means the higher heat bills. I don't want that. Well, how do you fight that? You fight it with new windows. Right now, Window Nation's buy 4, get 4 windows free sale. You can get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. It's time. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Visit windownation.com now. It's windownation.com.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know. How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress? Like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Tune into Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Don't at me, bro. It's time to check your ex.
Why are you stalking me?
No, not that ex. Twitter, unfollow. Here's Dover and Cecil to help you swipe, scroll, and screenshot your way through today's top headlines.
Power of social media. I'm on Team Gets It.
All right, what is happening on our social media page that we want to share with you? I've always got a couple tweets, and Cease has a couple as well. First up for me, little shout out. Time to give a little love to Nathan MacKinnon and what he was able to accomplish in yesterday's afternoon win over the Washington Capitals. Nate is the 70th player. They've been playing hockey for over 100 years, and he's the 70th player in the NHL to reach the 1,100-point mark. He did that in yesterday's game. And Cease, there's some more stats to share. He's played in 917 career games. He scored 405 goals, and he's dished out 695 assists to get to that said 1,100. 14th 3-point game of the season. He is certainly chasing down that Hart Trophy, 10th active player to reach this 1,100-point milestone. Nathan freaking MacKinnon, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, what else is he doing except making history almost every time he takes to the ice?
Mm-hmm.
Get this man a shield. Get this man a couple of more Stanley Cups.
Oh, a couple now.
But it ain't one. It ain't one. This type of talent, he ends his career with 1 Stanley Cup ring.
Yeah.
That's inconceivable.
1's not enough.
No.
2 isn't enough for you, though?
No. With that sort of talent, we're talking about an all-time great. All-time franchise great and an all-time NHL great. You got to get him 3. Get him more if you can.
3's the requirement.
Yeah, but one is almost a slap in the face. If he ends his career with 1, they've been past the second round once. Now, they won it all when they did that. You got to be better in the postseason. And it's all on the line for Bedsy and company this year around.
I like the requirement there. I always thought the number was like 2 for everybody, though.
No,
you're going to double down. You're not double down, but add 1 to that.
When you're an all-time great, that's a different thing. I say the same thing about Nikola. You're an all-time great, yeah, you got to get 3 of them things because you're an all-time great.
Yeah.
And certainly that's what Nathan MacKinnon is.
I mean, another Hart, a couple more Stanley Cups. Perhaps there's a Conn Smythe in there as the playoffs most valuable player. We're talking like, hey, he's in the conversation of top-tier NHL players in the history of the game.
Yeah, and he can become the 4th player to win the Art Ross Trophy and the Maurice Rocket Richard in the same season. So he's there. He's right there. You got to get him more rings.
All right, more rings for Nate. It's a requirement for this show. I want to talk about how Indiana and what they were able to do last night could have an effect on Prime. Let's do that at noon, Cecil. I know you got some stuff for that as well.
Yeah.
But from on 3, Alabama running back Richard Young has decommitted. He put himself in the transfer portal saying sayonara to Alabama, and he is now committed to Colorado. He's a 6-foot, 220-pound running back, and he was ranked as the number 4 running back in 2023 on 3 industry rankings. He has 2 years of eligibility left. I like that they always say that. That doesn't really matter because this is it's a year-by-year deal in college football right now. But we went over the wide receivers that Prime brought in last week. Now here he is getting a number 4 running back that's off the roster of Alabama. They've been pretty good at football the last few years.
Yep.
Again, he's got to go do it. These big names in the transfer portal aren't doing it for me for Deion anymore.
Yeah.
Seen that story before. Seen how it ended a year ago. So now you've got the guys. Go out there and make them believe like you want us all to do and create a team rather than just a sheet of paper with individuals with stars next to their name.
The best thing that you said about Young was 220 pounds.
He's a monster.
Because he's got size, he's got speed, there's actually real good movement. A lot of big backs are like kind of on a track when they run. When you watch Young run, he can make some moves, like make you miss type moves. So he's got power, he's got speed, he's got moves. Can Colorado seriously run the ball this year? I'm hoping so. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Getting Young was absolutely amazing for this team because he can be that 1,000-yard rusher that you need.
And we want the go-go offense to work, but that go-go means multiple things. Go-go and run the ball, go-go and throw the ball, go-go and...
and spread them out. You're going to be a spread-out defense. That means a guy like Young with that power, easy 5 yards to carry. Easy. And probably more.
A great little weapon for Julian to keep himself upright and healthy throughout the course of a season.
Yep.
All right, man, what's happening on your timeline?
What's your nickname for Sean McVay again?
Hank Scorpio.
Okay. There may be a new one because Matt Royer on Twitter said, oh, my God, Sean McVay looks like White Cash Patel, the FBI director. And now that that's out there, I can't unsee it.
Dude.
He looks exactly like Cash Patel. Got the crazy eyes and everything.
Yeah, like if Sean McVay got left on a beach too long and was just suntanned crazy, that's what he would look like.
Yeah, he looks like Cash Patel.
Dude, they're like brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy
It's
cow.
the eyes, it's the beard, it's everything. So I saw that and I was like, okay, I can never remember Hank Scorpio.
Only me and Andrew Mason will know who that is.
right. You and Mason will remember that. Well, maybe it's more like Cash Patel. But I just thought that was funny because Sean McVay, we got, Mike versus Sean and Mike versus Sean. Everyone's going nuts over that in the championship games. Like,
yeah,
Mike versus Sean on both sides. Yay. Oh, God. Can we talk about the games, please?
Yeah.
Anyway, I got another fun one for you. And Kev. So, Kev, I'm going to need my theme music on this one.
Yes,
this one has been making the rounds, too. So there is a lot of people that believe at some point we're going to get news about disclosure. Are you familiar with this?
Isn't that a movie or something?
Well, it is. It's documentaries, etc.
Okay.
Dr. Stephen Greer, look it up. So there's people that think, and this I've seen this multiple times now on Twitter, the Bank of England is being warned to get ready for a financial crisis if the U.S. confirms the existence of alien life.
Yes, I saw this.
Former senior analyst warned the Bank of England that the confirming alien life could trigger market panic and bank collapses. And that's the one thing when you talk about, is there alien life? And I know Kev doesn't believe because he hasn't seen an alien.
Right.
Well, how do you know you haven't seen one?
Could be working with two right now.
I've always thought, like, if there is disclosure, because I personally believe that we're not alone. Interacted with alien species, and I believe they're interdimensional, not just extraterrestrial. It's probably both. There's probably a lot of underwater bases that people don't want to talk about.
Oh, here we go.
But for me, I'm like, how would the public react? Because everyone's in the Bank of England, if they're actually preparing for this, I don't think it would be like mass chaos in the streets. Oh my God! I think people would be like, "Can I see them?"
Yeah, exactly.
They have boobs? Like, that's all people would be. That's all anyone would be, right?
They have 3 of them? I saw Total Recall. Let's
I know
go.
Total Recall.
What are we
There was
doing
3.
here?
Is it one of the 3 boobed ones? Can I see those, please?
I don't know.
I don't think people would like.
I don't know
how would
that,
you
like-
respond, right? You don't believe.
I'm probably not running to the bank and taking my money out. You know
I've
what
already
I mean?
done that.
I don't have a lot of it
But
anyway.
Kev is a non-believer, and again, I won't make fun of you for not believing.
I'm open to
I
it.
don't know why you don't believe,
He's
but
open.
anyway,
I'm
he's
open.
But like, I don't think people would panic. Now, if you said like, "Hey, they're invading us right now from space, and we're all done for," yeah, panic. But if you just say, "Hey, there's alien life, and we've been talking to them for 50 years or whatever,"
Well, why can't the government, who they said they have some stuff at Area 51,
and in Roswell.
well, why can't you just show us?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Cecil.
They're worried about the mass hysteria.
I
That's
don't know
why.
that. What's money gonna do? You're gonna go get all your money and do what with it? Buy guns to kill the aliens? What are we doing?
I think America, we're
they're
plenty
pretty good on your
stockpiled,
guns,
right?
but
Right, we're stockpiled up.
Because I'm the other guy. I believe. I think it's foolish that if you don't, but everybody can have their own belief.
Yeah.
I want to see him. I want to touch the skin. I want to smell the body. I want to do stuff, man. You
Wait
know?
a second.
Chew them or what?
You want to touch,
I don't know.
smell, and do an alien?
Let's see how the night goes. Right? Am I the only one that feels that way?
Is Kelsey down with this? Is this like the celebrity pass? I don't know. You and
It's an extraterrestrial pass?
Yeah. So do you have an ET pass of like, hey, if it's 3 of them, honey, I gotta go. You gotta give me a pass, right?
Yeah.
Do you get the alien pass?
I think she would understand.
Does everyone get the alien pass?
I think so.
Alien pass.
I mean, that's not in your marriage vows, right? Like, hey, in sickness and in health, unless there's aliens with 3 boobs, then it's on.
Then it's wide open.
Okay.
Anything is possible.
Okay. Well, I'd seen it enough, and I know I try to limit my tinfoil hat as much as I can on this show, but I just thought it was interesting if the Bank of England is preparing for collapse, if there's disclosure from the American government.
That's kind of weird to me.
I think it's the opposite. I think all of it. Everybody's seen Independence Day. Hey, as long as they're not attacking us, we got some technology from them, girl.
In fact, we live in a capitalistic society, right? I'm going to probably save my money so that I can pay the tab to go to the alien amusement park and do the touching and stuff that I want to do. Because the government's going to make that an attraction, aren't they? Right?
The touching and stuff.
The touching and stuff. We did stuff, fun stuff. Bridesmaids. Anyway, so how would you react? YouTube, let us know. Ramaslaw.com text line 303-713-1043. And when, I'll just say when, because I think it's gonna happen. When there's disclosure of like, hey, yeah, we've heard from aliens or we've seen aliens, whatever the level of disclosure we get. I don't think people panic. I may be wrong, and maybe everybody panics and it's chaos in the streets, but I'm just like, everyone's probably gonna go, yeah, and
they're like, cool, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I'm going to get prepared on the rundown.
Right.
One of our texters said, I always thought Sean McVay looked like Temu Bradley Cooper. Which is a good line. Nice work right there. All right, fun stuff. Anytime we can talk about aliens, dude, I'm 100% down for that. Let's get into our lunch hour. We like to call it the third quarter. Want to go back to the Natty last night. Kurt Signetti getting it done. Can Deion learn anything from Uncle Kurt? We'll kick that around coming up next.
Just as they did in 2015, the Broncos and Patriots will go head-to-head with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line. After an emotional victory over Buffalo, can Sean Payton rally his team around Jared Stidham for a little more mile-high magic? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
I lost 60 pounds with SodaWeightLoss.com, and it happened faster and more naturally than I expected. Why? What's the real secret? It's my Soda nutritionist. I could text them anytime, questions, adjustments, encouragement, and they always had the right answer for me. It's fantastic with SodaWeightLoss.com. That kind of personalized support makes the whole process feel easy, and knowing how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat, SodaWeightLoss.com has changed my life, and that's what Soda does better than anyone. Fast, easy, convenient weight loss, no hunger, no guesswork. I look and feel 10 years younger, and right now, it's the best deal of the year. Join Soda today, and your partner joins for free. That's 2 people, 1 price, 2 transformations. If you want results that you can see and feel with your nutritionist, you can text anytime. Go to SodaWeightLoss.com. That's SodaWeightLoss.com, and call them up, 1-866-800-SODA. 1-866-800-SODA. Soda Weight Loss is, say it with me, state-of-the-art.
Men, it's the new year, and for many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction and are tired of the frustration and embarrassment ED causes, you should call the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today, because there probably isn't a better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you, it can also affect your partner, even if they don't talk about it. But here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic will give you back your sex life, because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases. Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So, make an appointment and get ED out of your life. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Most people don't think about their garage door until it stops working. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. There's never a good time for your garage door to break, whether you're rushing to work or you're trying to get the kids to school. We know how much you rely on your garage door. That's why we offer same-day repairs, because life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Over 90,000 5-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage door is what we do, but making your life easier and your home safer is why we do it. Families trust us because we deliver, and we'd be honored to earn your trust too. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you, like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, CSU basketball faces Air Force with pregame starting at 6:30.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents
those
What
faces.
he's done everywhere he's gone is now something people are going to try to emulate. And last night was glorious for your Hoosiers. You had to be so happy now. And
it was great, man.
If you're Signetti and what he's done, I think this is something people are going to try to copy. And, hey, if you're the Colorado Buffaloes, could you please do that too? Because your coach is already well paid.
Yeah.
You got that part out of the way. You're not winning. You're not a national champion again.
That's right.
But Indiana is, so it's great to see for your Hoosiers. And I think it's this kind of injection of fresh blood, if you will, for college football that really emphasizes, and Signetti talked about it afterwards, there's a paradigm shift. And the quote is this: people can cling on to the old way of thinking and categorizing teams as this or that, or conference as this or that, Signetti said, or they can just adjust to the new world and the shift in the power dynamic in college football today.
Yep.
You can either deal with the old way of doing things, or you can do it the new way like Signetti does.
You can quit like Nick Saban decided to do, and he said, it's not worth it anymore. I've already had the success. That headache doesn't seem to be worth it for me. Or, as Signetti's saying there, it's a lean in, embrace it. Dude, you say it all the time, like the AI stuff that we all deal with. Learn how to use AI or get replaced by AI, right? It's not going to come and take our jobs, but if you ignore it
it's
forever,
going to take the jobs of people that don't use it.
If you don't lean into it or at least create some sort of education about it, I think that's fair in all walks of life. And Kurt's just been the best at it. Now, what Kurt is doing, honestly, isn't that crazy or different as to what Deion's doing. But you know what I think a big difference is?
What is it?
I think Kurt still sells brotherhood and a team, and that's first and foremost. And you are playing for the dude next to you. I think Deion sells bags and Louis Vuitton and endorsement deals and a little extra cash so that you could buy what you want to buy as a college kid. And then that creates individuals on a team rather than a team that is playing for the dude next to him. So in a way, Kurt's still doing it in this old school way of like, I'm selling us, but I've built us with a bunch of different individuals.
Right.
And, dude, the Charlie Becker kid. When Kurt came to Indiana, he looked at pretty much every wide receiver in that room, and Kurt, including Charlie Becker, and he said, you're not going to play for me. Deion's done that before too, right?
You're right.
The difference, I think, is Deion has created this atmosphere in this environment that goes, hey, if I'm not going to play, I'll get someone else to pay me. I think what Kurt has created and what Deion can learn from him is make it cool again to earn your time.
Right.
Charlie Becker said, oh, I'm not going to play for you. We'll see. And then made a catch that helped his team win a national championship last night as a player wearing an Indiana shirt.
Woo!
So I think there is a little bit of, I don't think Deion has to stop the way he recruits the portal and doesn't recruit college guys. Kurt's doing a lot of that too.
Right.
But he's selling more of like, come and earn this because everybody else has already earned it in front of you, and I'm not going to let you skip that because you got a couple stars next to your name. Does that make sense?
Entering this season, Indiana had the most losses in the sports history, and now they're national champions. The Hoosiers won it all despite a roster that had just 8 blue-chip recruits, but he had a lot of guys follow him from JMU. And so it gets me thinking about, like, why is the Signetti time, not the Deion era? You know, because he had Jackson State, obviously a Heisman Trophy winner, right? Look at the parallels. Had a good quarterback in Shedeur Sanders, had a good quarterback in Fernando Mendoza, right? Okay, so what was the difference? The difference may be this, and Pat Coogan, their center, talked about it. He said this, and I'm taking a quote from an ESPN article. There's got to be a lot of like-minded individuals who come together for a common purpose, and sometimes that belief has to be a little bit irrational. It's my whole manifesting thing, man. I love exactly what Pat Coogan said of like, you have to believe to the point of irrationality, right? Mm-hmm. When I told my boss at the machine shop, I'm going to have my own radio show someday, he said, shut up, get back to work. Yeah. Not the owner, but my boss, Bob, Chiefs fan Bob, loser Bob.
Stupid Bob.
Yeah, stupid Bob. What was it? It's a belief in being irrational. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm some chucklehead machinist. I'm not going to have a radio show until I do.
Yeah.
The Indiana Hoosiers, what they did and what Coogan said is like, you come together, you have to be a little bit irrational, but it's like-minded individuals who come together for a common purpose. Does that seem like what happened with the Colorado Buffaloes?
No.
They had the talent. They had a talent to make a run. They just didn't put it together with Shedeur and Travis in the way that they could have. We're all excited about what happened with Shedeur and Travis, but it could have been better. Honestly, it should have been better. So why? Why isn't it like what Signetti's done with Indiana?
Yeah, I haven't ever said this out loud. And I didn't feel like this until this last year with the Buffaloes.
Okay.
Kurt's about one thing and one thing only. Winning football games. Google him, right? That's what he said when he showed up, and then he won a natty 2 years later.
Yeah.
If I had to guess and I had to put together on a piece of paper what Deion's priorities were, football's not at the top of that list. I don't know that it's even second, if I'm being honest.
What is?
His bank account.
Okay.
How he looks on the internet.
Right.
In fact, that's
selling sunglasses.
That's 1 and 2 are how do I look? Well, 1's the bank account. 2 is how do I look and come across on the internet? 3 might be let me make sure that YouTube page stays upright and our deal with Amazon Prime continues to roll, which again I guess goes back to his bank account.
Yeah.
And then maybe we get to being a football
But
coach.
what's more interesting, what Deion's doing at Colorado or what Signetti's now done with Indiana?
It's the Hoosiers.
I mean, if you want to talk about spending your time watching an Amazon show or whatever, I kind of want to see what's going on in Indiana, right? I want to see that behind the scenes, if it would even be allowed. Because what's the priority? You end up in the direction you're going. It's simple, but it's so true. Signetti had that intention of this. This isn't a surprise to him.
No.
It's a surprise to everyone else outside of Indiana. You know who's not surprised? Signetti.
Mm-hmm.
Is Deion's drive to be a national champion. Is that his drive? Because it was clearly Signetti's drive from the jump.
I mean, I told you before, it was just a few weeks ago, when Deion's up at that podium at his place of business, his work, and behind him reads, feel good, look good, get
play
paid,
good.
play good, they'll pay you good.
Yeah.
He is literally creating individuals every time he sits that team down in that room. It's screaming behind you.
What about the pride and tradition of the Colorado
Buffaloes? That's gone. That
doesn't exist anymore?
Not with Deion Sanders. Why would he care about the pride and tradition?
Then why is he the
Colorado?
coach?
I don't know. Because he had a
if you're
big
not
name.
winning and you're not getting the high school recruits, which I still think needs to be a part of this.
I mean,
and again, Signetti did it with 8 blue chippers. Okay?
0 5 stars.
0 5 stars.
You correct me if I'm wrong. Do you think the pride and tradition matters to that coaching staff up there? They don't know the fight song, dude. The coaches don't know the fight song.
Okay, well, the truth isn't meant to make you feel good. No, they don't care about the pride and tradition, or at least their actions don't show that. Let's play Shadur's song after, no. There's tradition at that university.
They gave a kicker. When the kicker would make field goals last year, they'd play his little jingle, and then they'd play the fight song. That's so disrespectful, dude, to the university. And if you want to ride on that pride and tradition, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Well, then why aren't more people losing their mind about the lack of the pride and tradition?
Because everybody was just happy that Deion showed up for a couple of years.
We're no longer happy. Is anybody happy with Deion Sanders right now? Anybody? Seriously.
No.
I'm the biggest Deion homer of all time, and I am unhappy with Deion Sanders.
His son, because he's putting money in their pockets.
They don't play here. Shadur does.
No, I'm talking
about
the camera guy.
Oh, Deion Jr.? Okay. But is any Buffalo fan truly happy with what's going on with that football team? And watching what Signetti did, I think it should further emphasize how CU got it wrong. How CU paid Deion a top 4 still paid, right?
Yep.
Where's the hardware? Where's the push for the, hey, oh man, they would have been there, but they've just missed in the college football playoff, and Indiana took them out. You know what I mean? Something like that. Where's that story? Why don't we live in that timeline? Because that's the timeline when you're paid like Deion is paid, and you've got the promotion and everything that Deion brings with him. You know what you need? Results. You don't have them. You got them with Indiana, and now everyone's going to try to do what Signetti could do. Deion's capable of it. I really believe
You're right.
with the shift in mentality, he would be capable of it. But right now, it's more about the individual than it is the university. And I think Signetti made it about the university more than the individual. It's about the collective. It's about the group.
Yeah, it would be nice to see it up there. What do you think happens first? The Indiana Hoosiers win another national title, or Deion Sanders gets his club to the playoffs? And remember, they could be going from 12 to 16 as soon as next year.
Right, I know. But are they prepared to do that? We didn't see the evidence this year that they would be prepared to be a college football playoff team this upcoming season.
Not my
That's
eyes.
what I was kind of hoping behind the scenes. That's why I said they'd win 8 games and then they failed miserably. But I was hoping that this would be the season that sets up the next year. Like it's the guy behind the guy. It's the year before the year where CU could make that run. And just a college football, I'm not saying national title yet, but just a college football playoff run. Just a top 25, your top 25 pretty much the whole year, and then you make a college football playoff run. I was hoping that this year would be kind of the precursor to that run in 2026. And 2026 looks like another rebuild year with a guy that's making top 4 money. Deion's going to take his money and leave. That's what's most likely. Indiana wins another championship or Deion leaves.
Deion probably leaves.
I think Indiana could win another one, but how long's Deion got? As long as Juju does. How long's Juju got?
If they win another 3 games this year, Julian's not staying around for that.
No, not at all. And then Deion wouldn't be staying around. So what is it about? You end up in the direction you're going. Indiana's going in the right direction. What direction is CU going in? And I ask that legitimately, just a question for all Buffaloes fans. Are you happy with Deion Sanders? Have you seen what Signetti do? Do you believe that Deion can do what Signetti do? I actually do. You do as well.
I do.
And then, how do you make this happen? I want to know via the text line, via the YouTube chat, because no Colorado fan, in my opinion, can be happy with the product. Not when the product's been so poor after such a hot and exciting start.
The star power that comes with the name Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, that carried him for 2 years. And that's all out the window now. Your cool name and who you were, and guys like us that fell in love with him as teenagers and kids, that's over now because you've ruined something that we once loved. And it doesn't look like there's any light at the end of the tunnel right now.
And now all the buzz, it's so hot right now, is Indiana. Indiana, Kurt Signetti, can you believe it?
The Indiana Hoosier. Our texter 289er writes on the RamosLaw.com text line, bros, tradition's gone in college football. Indiana won the national championship. Which is 100% spot on. Not supposed to work like that, but here it is. They got it done. Fernando Mendoza will now be seen in the AFC West for a couple of times a year. Well, he'll be seen twice in the AFC West until about 2029 when the Raiders give up on him as a quarterback and he goes somewhere else as a backup. That's the projection of Fernando Mendoza. Picked by the Raiders, falls flat on his face, gets out before his 4th year, and finds himself as a backup somewhere else.
You know what?
He's Drew Lock.
Well, I think he's Andy Dalton.
Okay.
So you know what we're painting the picture of.
Yeah.
There's a picture where Mendoza comes off the bench and helps the team win a Super Bowl. Isn't that his story?
Yeah.
Hey, a number 1 pick, he'll probably be a bust. I hate to call that in January.
He won the Natty last night.
Yeah, he's a bust. But seriously, wouldn't that be his story? Come in, maybe kind of flame out a little bit, but then get to the right fit. You think the Raiders are a fit for anybody?
No.
Are you kidding me?
They're a fit for 50-year-old men with face paint and shoulder pads with spikes on them.
I thought you were going to say face tattoos. So
that too, yeah.
They're a fit for grown men who look like have so many piercings they look like they fell down a flight of stairs carrying a tackle box. Seriously, he'll go somewhere on the next team, probably be a backup, and then help someone win a championship. That's the type of player that he is. So again, I think he's Andy Dalton. I don't take Andy Dalton number 1 overall, but he might be number 1 overall.
Were you going to have a first-round grade on Fernando?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, he's the second-round quarterback, but he'll be picked in the top 10.
Yeah. He's so hot right now, that Fernando Mendoza.
Hey, you strike when the iron's hot.
Yeah.
He's certainly striking when the iron's hot.
And look, I told you, Fernando's a legend, and he had a Hoosier helicopter moment last night with that touchdown. That's unbelievable.
That's incredible.
Always going to be a legend. Go put that silver and black on. You're dead to me.
And then... You're so mean. And then look at Carson Beck on the other side. Beck's going to be like Quinn Ewers. He'll be some 7th rounder. Nobody will give a shot to, and he'll be out of the league. It was smart for him to go to Miami to make more money. I always compared his contract for 1 year with the Hurricanes was more than the 4-year deal that Quinn Ewers got from the Dolphins.
Yeah.
As what was Quinn, a 7th rounder, whatever. It's... You're just staying. That's why there's 100 fewer early entrants in the draft this year. You're just staying. You're making money, and it's tough to make in the NFL, man.
Yeah. And now it's a crap or get off the pot. You used to have a 4 or 5 year window to figure it out. Now you have a 2-year window, and you have to go get a regular job.
Yep.
And that's a scary, scary thought for a lot of those guys that don't have. And I'm not saying that as a knock. I don't have any other skill either. If I don't do this, get a GoFundMe going, So it's going to be interesting, man. It's a fun night last night. Like I said, I'm out on my back patio at like 11 o'clock at night just pacing around as if I'm singing We Are the Champions. I got number one up in the air as if I've done anything. But it was a cool night last night. Feeling it today, but a cool night last night. Congratulations to Indiana. All right, text us. You tell us how you feel about Prime. Deion, is there anything that could be learned, or you can't teach an old dog new tricks when it comes to one Deion Sanders? 303-713-1043. RamosLaw.com text line. Hit us up there. Put your name on it so we can give you a shout out. And then the same deal over on our YouTube page. Get to youtube.com, search Denver Sports, that Dover and Cecil stream. You're in just like that. Cecil, let's talk about expectations. And maybe it's something that like we finalize as the week goes on, as here's what Jarrett needs to do. And maybe it's part of our keys to the game that we give out every single Friday. I was thinking about it last night. So much pressure is going to be on Sean. Microscope under his play calling and game plan, even more than it was this week because of Jarrett Stidham. But what about Stiddy? Is there something here on a Tuesday that you kind of feel, all right, I know he's got to pass for 200 yards and he might have to run for another 20 and he can have 0 turnovers? That's just off the top of my head.
Sure.
Is there something in your mind you go, here's the line in the sand that Stiddy needs to walk finally around?
Yeah, I would say the line in the sand is merely the number of sacks.
It's also kind of simple.
Take less sacks. I would like 0. I feel kind of foolish for a guy in Jarrett Stidham that does take some sacks historically. I think he's different now. So I feel a little bit foolish saying, hey, 0 sacks. But
he's appeared in 20 games. He's been sacked 19 times.
Yeah, and I think that, why we talk about old stuff?
Yeah, my bad.
I think the old Jarrett Stidham did that. I think 2 years removed from the last time he started, it will be different. And part of that is being in Sean's offense. He always says year 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bo Nix's about ready to take off, by the way. We put the Bo thing to the side, of course, because we don't want to be a downer on Monday. Be like, this sucks. Everything sucks. Like, okay, they're in the NFC Championship, everybody. It's at home. It's against the Patriots. It's a better matchup than Houston. But Bo Nix in year 3 is about ready to go off. Jarrett Stidham's already in year 3. So I believe he will take fewer sacks. So maybe I should kind of color it this way of like, okay, less than Drake May. If Drake May gets sacked 5 times, just get sacked 3 times or whatever.
Yeah.
And again, I feel like a punk for saying that, but like make it 0 if you can, but like 1 or 2 sacks, whatever. A sack is a quarterback stat. Sean Payton's put that in his head, and I think he will be different this time around. How much different? That's going to be the tale of the tape.
Yeah, I mean, he's smarter. He's a smarter quarterback. And look, I know he's the vet. Got a couple years on one Bo Nix. Think about how much he's learned from Bo. Watching film with Bo, talking to Bo being like, here's my clock in my head. Mm-hmm. Jarrett going, well, I didn't really have that quick of a pace in my head. I need to pick that up. So as much as Stidham has helped Bo become who he is in his first 2 years, I think that's a two-way street, man. Jarrett Stidham can learn how to not take a sack. He's heard his coach talk over and over about that. And, dude, I would say, at least going back to last year's competition, that's got to be a major factor as to why Sean goes, oh, we're not going to go with training wheels. Let's just throw this kid to the flames right now and let him get some on-the-job training because you can trust him taking care of the football. You couldn't necessarily do that with Jarrett when he arrived as a Bronco.
Yeah, and that's the thing. What's different now? We're only going to be able to find out when it comes to game time. That's the thing. Like, I'm anticipating Jarrett Stidham to be different. I'm anticipating him to be better. I think I DM'd you guys, you and Kev, the Max Crosby comments, because Crosby was like, hey, I practiced against him, and, I'd always hit him, and he'd come back at me. Like, you get in the face of Max Crosby,
yeah,
you're really, really confident.
Yeah.
And because that guy's scary. That guy's legit scary. But like that's the type of confidence that Jarrett Stidham brings to the field. He's going to go down swinging. He's not going to go down timidly, and that's great news. There's a reason why Sean Payton decided to bring back Jarrett Stidham for another 2 years, and thank God the Broncos have him under contract through 2026, because if he balls out and they win a Super Bowl, Broncos are going to get some draft picks. Jarrett Stidham's going to get well paid, and they're going to have to go find another backup. They really like Sam Ehlinger, but they really like Jarrett Stidham more. And Stidham was that choice, one of the first choices for Sean Payton. Sean likes to be right.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Sean's right a lot. He likes to be right. He likes to hit you over the head with how much he's right. And that's probably coming with Jarrett Stidham, too. I would like it if J.K. Dobbins was more of a sure thing to play. And now Mike Kliss has entered the chat with more doubt placed on J.K. Dobbins. We can't rely on that as much as I could just a couple hours ago before Mike Kliss said that on the morning show.
I mean, Mike Kliss says it's a long shot for the Super Bowl. A quote from Mike Kliss.
Yeah.
That makes me real nervous about what his options or availability status will become Friday afternoon.
Right. It makes me very nervous. I would anticipate probably limited, and maybe even limited Friday. We could be seeing J.K. Dobbins as a game-time decision. We could be like, hey, in warm-ups, how do you feel?
Oh, it'll be one of those Jay Glazers. They're going to run him out and see how he feels.
Yep.
And look, I think even if they have a good idea one way or the other, we're getting limited, questionable because you play the game. You play the game against the Patriots and make them prepare even if he's not going to go.
Yeah, because the math is different. If J.K. Dobbins is out there, you got a lot stronger rushing attack. You just do. And if RJ can do it this week, dude, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. To this point, RJ Harvey has shown that he's got a nose for the end zone and he's a heck of a receiver out of the backfield.
Yeah.
He has not proven that he can be a consistent runner.
I think I can speak for you on this. I don't think we're getting it twisted here. Denver can beat the Patriots without J.K. Dobbins.
Oh, yeah.
Just a lot of things have to go right, and you're going to ask Jarrett to basically be perfect. If J.K.'s there, you got more than just a little bit of room for some bad situations.
Yeah, because you got a little bit of a give. Like, hey, the Patriots, because, again, Drake May, that cannon arm. One play. One play. It's like Bugs Bunny playing blackjack. One card.
Yeah.
So Drake May gets a one-play touchdown drive. You got JK. Here's a 14-play drive. You know what I mean? Just that sort of pushback. So when you have those explosive plays that might be there with the Patriots, then you've got a guy in J.K. Dobbins to be like, just take the life out of him. Just suffocate that team, and you do it with the ground game. You cannot do that with R.J. Harvey. That has yet to be proven. We can all be pie in the sky and like, R.J.'s my guy, and I believe in R.J. That's cool, but I believe in results. J.K. Dobbins gets you results as a runner. R.J. Harvey gets you results as a touchdown getter and as a receiver out of the backfield, not as a consistent runner. I would love to be wrong about that. But I also would have loved to have RJ take over in a Bills game. Bo Nix probably wouldn't have got hurt if you had a run game. Think about that. And I don't want to be the what-if guy, but like if you had a ground game, it's not a stupid quarterback rollout, whatever that play was that didn't even work that Bo Nix got hurt on.
I mean, it felt like they were trying to get positioning, and they didn't even trust their running back to just go put the ball on a hash mark and fall over.
Exactly. Where's the Where's the beef? Where's the backfield? Where's the backs? Like, use your backs, Sean. And if RJ's not getting it done, get someone that can. Period. And you've got to add a back this offseason. That's as clear as day.
Draft, free agency, maybe both?
Both, yeah. I'm adding 2 backs this offseason.
You got the dough to do
Make it a competition, right?
They honestly have the dough to go get, if it's like a short 1-2 year deal, you could get the best tight end and the best running back available in the market.
You could get Breece Hall.
And draft those same positions.
You could get
Tyler chew them up and
Algier.
spit them out.
Yep.
Oh, what a beautiful place to be. Only thing
the
that can
highest
make
paid
this...
player on the Broncos roster is Russell Wilson still.
Hate that guy. Get him out of here. All right, I got to share some news for Broncos country. Our buddy Mike Kliss, he bummed us out with the JK news. Now he's going to pick us up. And he's got a story up at 9news.com about how the Broncos are now handling the very few remaining tickets left for the AFC Championship. You got to hear this, Broncos country. It's coming up next.
The Broncos completed a heroic comeback against the Bills in overtime, but lost Bo Nix on the second-to-last play of the game. With a veteran backup in Jarrett Stidham, can Sean Payton keep his offense rolling in the AFC Championship? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Gold demand is skyrocketing to record highs. As more Americans rush to preserve their savings, will there be enough gold? I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and I believe physical gold is the only way to truly protect your 401k or IRA savings. Gold offers tangible security that can't be tracked, stolen, or inflated. That's why I strongly advocate for gold IRAs. To learn more, text the word SECURE to 989898 now. Birch Gold Group will send you a free info kit on gold IRAs. Birch Gold is the only gold company I trust, and their thousands of great reviews prove I'm not alone. So don't wait another second. Protect your retirement savings today and see how easy it is to move your IRA or 401k into physical precious metals. Text SECURE to the number 989898 for your free Gold IRA Info Kit. Again, SECURE to 989898.
Message and data rates may apply.
Jewelry Graham. Hi, I'm Brian, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. We have just the right gift for your sweetheart this Valentine's Day. Any style, any budget. Like heart-shaped necklaces, birthstones, or hand-matched diamond studs. Getting engaged? Create a dream ring and choose from natural and lab-grown diamonds in all shapes and sizes. Come see us in store or at shaneco.com because a friend wants you to win Valentine's Day. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. We have the nation's lowest prices on the best equipment money can buy. We carry true treadmills. They are the smoothest, quietest, and best warranty treadmills ever built for the home. Work out on your schedule on the equipment you choose from the safety and comfort of your own home. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. Hey, I got a real cool story I wanted to share with you. Many years ago, my lovely wife Kimberly wrote down a prayer that said, "God, make me a lighthouse so I can be a light to others when they're in a dark place." She filed that card away both in her heart and her prayer box. And then about 3 years ago, I asked my wife to leave her job in corporate America and come help me open up 303 Law 4040. And she absolutely loves it. She really feels like helping other people when they are hurting and don't know what to do is her calling. So here's the really cool part. A few weeks ago, a client came in to pick up a check and said to Kim, "I really want to thank you. You were a lighthouse to me when I was in a dark place." It gave me chills when Kim told me that. If you've been hurt in an accident, it really is our honor to help you in your time of need. Call us anytime at 303 Law 4040, where you always get to speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. That's 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, CSU basketball faces Air Force with pregame starting at 6:30.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
You're listening to Dover and Cecil on Denver.
To watch his team take second
I hope
place.
he jams to Lincoln Park in his DeLorean, but either way.
I should have bet him. I should have bet him on the game, and his loss is me driving that DeLorean without any restrictions or him in the car, so I can do whatever I want.
You could go back in time.
Yeah, that's right. I
If you could go back in time, what would you change?
J.K. Dobbins getting hurt.
Bo Nix fracturing his ankle.
Yes, Kevin would be like, I'm going back to Sunday.
We're lucky I made it 2 days to work this week, guys.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Kev, we've been taking it easy on you because I know and Broncos country has been a downer. We've had people thanking us on the YouTube chat of like, thanks for the positivity. Baby.
That's what we're going to do, man.
It's AFC Championship. We got plenty of time to talk about Bo Nix after the season's over. It ain't over.
Yeah.
This thing isn't over, and Jarrett Stidham can win you a Super Bowl, a sentence I never thought I would say. But we're here. We're here.
Yeah.
And we're going to, by the way, I'm going to dig up some audio because I hear Boston, those perhaps slightly racist Boston people are talking trash about the Denver Broncos defense, calling them fool's gold. So I'm going to try to find the audio so we can play it and then respond to it because we gotta talk our talk. We did it with Buffalo fans, New England fans. I'm not real. I'm not real fond of people from Boston.
Do they know what their quarterback has done in the first 2 playoff games of his career?
It's Boston, so who knows?
They know about the 5 turnovers, 10 sacks, and a completion percentage under 60%. Do they know about that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Can they even count to 60 is a question.
They got 6 rings.
Remember that kid, that little annoying kid who's like, I'm 8 years old, and this is my 7th parade out in Boston? Oh, I hated that child. It's tough to hate a child, but that dude checked the box for me.
Okay, right.
All right, I got to tell you what I'm learning here in real time thanks to a Kliss article. Mike Kliss, our 9 News Broncos insider. He hangs out with us on Thursdays, perhaps some Fridays as we're getting into some big games. Mike has the article up now. But several accounts on social media are confirming this. Fans are trying to get tickets, right? A few tickets left for Sunday's AFC Championship game over at Mile High Stadium. Kliss writes, this is what users are getting back when they're trying to purchase tickets via Ticketmaster. Quote, due to a limited availability, tickets will only be sold to those with a billing address in the Rocky Mountain region. Of course, that includes Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, Wyoming, Nebraska, Montana, South Dakota, and parts of western Kansas. Kliss writes, the Broncos have actually been doing this going back to 2011. They just had a pretty big gap without playoff experience or tickets. This is the right way to do it. I know there's ways around it. Save your texts. Patriots fans can ask their loser friend in Kansas to buy the tickets for them, but this is how it's supposed to be. Good job by the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, good job by the Denver Broncos. And Broncos country, you were part of the difference for the Broncos against the Bills. You will be again against New England. With JK, without JK. Jarrett Stidham's out there. They need everybody. Everybody show up loud and proud, baby. Broncos country did it so right. And I'm very glad to hear yesterday our guy ZB, he got to witness the real Broncos country. We're back, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so take it over the top. Get this thing to the Super Bowl. Get it to Santa Clara. Super Bowl 60 is theirs until it's not, and it's still theirs.
Yeah. That was honestly the one thing I was worried about, ZB. I'm like, there's some drunk guys out there that are going to see that Bills hat and just punch you for that.
Yeah. So
and then Zach's not the guy to back down, and then I'm like, well, Zach got arrested yesterday.
Right. Yeah, we don't need any of that. Anytime I see that fan violence at NFL games, I'm just
It's
like,
so
this
stupid,
is dumb. This is dumb.
It is really, really stupid.
Yeah, Loudmouth Soup will do that to you.
So we actually were both surprised by Zach's number of Bills fans at the game. Does this restrict that? So now it was, what did we say, 10%, something like that? We thought it would be. Does this rule, this zip code rule, mean 5% Patriots fans?
No, it's still probably about 10%.
They'll still get their way in.
There's workarounds, all that kind of stuff. So I would just imagine that they're going to travel like Bills fans as much as you can to get here. And it's going to be a hell of a game, a hell of a showdown, and one that Broncos aren't backing down. Jarrett Stidham's not backing down. Again, with JK, no JK, we don't know that yet. And honestly, we probably won't know until Sunday. I highly doubt on Friday, like, he's out. It's playing the game. Sean Payton's going to play the game. You're going to prepare for J.K. Dobbins this week, whether he plays or not.
Yeah. All right, we'll get back to the Broncos coming up in that 1 o'clock hour. Quick note on the Abs. Watch them get it done yesterday. Brock Nelson continuing to do his thing. He was the lone bright spot in that Nashville loss a couple of nights back. Had an assist yesterday. Sweet move in the third period that got him free and clear in front of the netminder. Just couldn't put it past him and find the back of the net, but they still got it done, so no harm, no foul. Nathan MacKinnon got his 37th goal yesterday, and it came on a power play for those of you that care about that. Cale Makar almost had the nail in the coffin, if you will, and then the NHL did what the NHL does and called a goaltender interference without actually being able to explain what that really is.
Did you hear what Wedgie said after the game? Guess I'm just a dirty player.
I actually like that.
I
Lean
love
into
that.
that.
Yeah, lean into it, man. They're going to call you for that penalty and then just say, hey, yeah, I'm a dirty player. Yeah. He said it jokingly, of course, but like it's so much fun. And this Avs team with that bounce back, it's exactly what they needed. Can they get back to being consistent? Now, my easy answer is yes, but I'm not going to take so much away from the Nashville game and be like, oh, my God, it's the death knell for this team. No,
that's like, what's consistent mean?
Right.
Because they didn't lose in regulation
exactly.
home until Friday night.
Well, and the tear that they were on was outstanding, out of this world. Don't really see it that often. So to expect them to get back to that level, which is what I do, I don't think it's outlandish if everybody's healthy. Now, the Val injury, we know it's coming from a minor car accident, and thankfully everybody's okay. So we'll see when he can come back. The return of Gabe will really help, having the captain. The energy, it's really not... It is what he brings the ice. Don't at me, bro. And it's so funny. Somebody followed me today just to tweet at me. Said, stop saying don't at me, bro. Guess who's muted?
Hashtag mute button.
Exactly. So but Gabe brings so much to the team. Not necessarily just his on-ice stuff.
You're right.
And it's not to the ice of what he used to be. He's not the same player. But just to the team, the way he can settle him down or fire him up, right? Because that's your captain out there who spent 3 years just trying to get back on the ice. So that kind of energy, when that returns to the ice for the Avs, that's when they can get back to being that wagon. It was nice to see a bounce-back game.
Yeah,
that was a statement game. That was a, like, hey, Nashville, good job. Nashville does that once in a while, right? They get them once in a while, and then Nashville fans go nuts. They go crazy. Good Nashville fans, right? Fine. But it doesn't keep you down. And that was very important for the Avs, not just to win, but the way that they won. Yesterday.
You take an ass whooping, then hand one out, and you're like, hey,
can we
right
have
back
early
to
Avs games all the time?
2 o'clock.
It's like the greatest thing ever.
And I know most people have regular schedules, and you and I get off work at 2 p.m. Well, we're not off work. We're done here at 2 p.m.
Right.
And then you go do 9 other jobs, and I go home and continue to do this job.
It's only 2 other ones.
And I'm a month away from adding another job. So I think it's like, I don't know, like, you get that sour taste out of your mouth, then you hand out an ass whooping, and it's just like, hey, all is right in the world again.
Hey, we're good.
Like you said, we're back to the wagon that we were. You don't have to worry about, hey, is that going to linger? Is that going to hang over? Like, no, you're right back to who you were.
I can't imagine if it did linger how Nathan MacKinnon would behave.
He'd hate everybody. He already doesn't like a bunch of guys. Now he's going to hate you in the locker room even more.
And that's why after this game, he sits second in franchise history in multi-point games, passing Peter Stastny. His comments were just like, I just want to be good and help my team. Blank. Just no look, no emotion. That's the Nathan MacKinnon we love.
Not only does he hate some guys on his team, he certainly hates answering the questions that us idiots ask him.
1,000%.
Oh, dude. Because NHL and NBA were leaning in with a bunch of games on MLK Day, which was a ton of fun.
Right.
And they celebrated the right way by sharing stories of Martin. But goalie fight yesterday.
Yep.
Flo Rida and San Jose, I think
That's
it
the
was.
best.
First of all, it is the best. But Florida goalie, what kind of weak move was that he didn't take his helmet off?
Right.
He has the San Jose guy rip it off after a few punches have been thrown. If you're down to throw hands, take that thing off and throw some hands.
Yeah.
Don't dance around with your lid on like a chump.
Right. That's that sort of move that you can't say on air.
I
know the word you're going to say.
Yeah.
I can't even say what it rhymes with because then people would know totally.
Goalie fights are so cool, dude. So cool. I'd pay a solid $69.99 to just watch goalie fights.
Just goalie fights?
Like Dana White did the slap league that no one watches.
Yeah.
How about goalie fights?
Instead of bum fights, that would have goalie fights. If you're hitting on your alien girlfriend, you can be like, hey, I know it. Welcome to Earth.
Yeah.
Let's watch a goalie fight and get it on.
Now you're talking my language, Cease. Now we're talking, brother.
All of our text line, our YouTube chat was like, Dover's like Captain Kirk here. You are the Captain Kirk, right? You will bang anything.
One of our texters said, I've been listening to you guys for 2 years. It's the funniest thing that's ever come out of your mouth. I spit Mountain Dew all over my burrito at Taco Bell.
Oh, my God. No, don't do that. That's a party foul. Don't ever spit out Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Hold on to that. What do you call it? Nectar of the Gods?
It is Nectar of the
That's
Gods.
exactly what it is. All right, 12:45. Let's look around the league a little bit. An update on Seattle's running game and what's going to go down there. What's it going to mean for the NFC Championship? Plus, a couple of coaches have been hired. The Dolphins have their guy. The Titans have their guy. How much of a difference will it make in next year's season? We'll have that conversation next.
The Broncos may be without Bo Nix, but counting them out would be a mistake.
I'm not scared of the Patriots. I'm not scared of Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels coming into Denver. When's the last time they came into Denver and won a big game? So, whatever. Let's go. Buckle up.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Oh, yeah, that's right. SodaWeightLoss.com changed my life. Cecil Lammy here, down 60 pounds with SodaWeightLoss.com, and the weight came off naturally. And here's the thing, knowing how to eat, what to eat, when to eat, all key. There's no pills, there's no injections, there's no mystery chemicals. I don't know. No, you're doing it the right way, which means it can last. I lost 60 pounds a few years ago, and I've kept it off. Why? Because of SodaWeightLoss.com, and having my own nutritionist really helped. A real support from a real person is what keeps you consistent. Soda is the #1 weight loss company in America for client satisfaction and results. Clients look and feel 10 years younger, like me, move easier, sleep better, got my confidence back, baby. That's right. And the best part, join now, and your partner joins for free. SodaWeightLoss.com. You start together, you support each other, and you both get younger feeling, healthier versions of yourselves. Call them up, 1-866-800-SODA. That's 1-866-800-SODA, or go to SodaWeightLoss.com. Soda Weight Loss is, say it with me, state of the art.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at Skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
What's going on, guys? Philip Lizzie here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And it's a brand new year. And I know there's at least 50 of you listening to me right now who are thinking about popping the question in 2026. And if you're ready to do that, you know you need a diamond. So let me save you some time and money by telling you something as simple as this. You need to go see my jeweler, Williams Jewelers. So whether you're starting the next chapter with your perfect engagement ring, or celebrating a milestone, or finally doing something special for yourself, this is where you need to go. This New Year's, imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, treating you just like family, and their service is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine, and the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. Not only are they going to share the secrets of the business with you, but they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue and in Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Philip Lizzie, when you step through one of those doors.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Your initial visit is only $99. It includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. It's Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, a couple things to talk about going on in the wide world of foosball. The NFC Championship is set. We'll have round 3 between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams, but the Seahawks, they are down their starting running back. Zach Charbonnet is out, done for the season, done for the rest of the playoffs. Neither of us believe in Sam Darnold. The team has been really good defensively to make up for lack of offense there, and then they've had the luxury of turning around and handing it off to a guy like Zach Charbonnet or throw it to JSN on the outside. Now you're down that dude. Isn't this a game where the Los Angeles Rams go, hey, Sam can't beat us, and now he doesn't have a solid running back to turn around and hand the ball off to? Let's make Sam beat us, in which he won't.
Yeah, make Sam Darnold beat you, and that's the thing. Can he do that? Ken Walker's a hell of a back. Hell of a back.
That's a pretty good thing to
Zach
fall back
Charbonnet
on.
was a nice number 2 or number 1, whatever you say, because they're the Ken Walker truthers out there. Richie Carney may be one of like, why is he playing more? Well, Zach Charbonnet's really, really good.
Ken was the man.
Yeah,
Zach showed up and took it away from him.
Yeah, so they're both kind of the man, and now it's just one of them down. So Sam Darnold out there has an oblique injury, by the way, considered day to day. So that's something to watch out for. And we'll see what this thing looks like for Seattle, now down a really good all-purpose back in Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah, I still think that's, even if Zach were healthy, I'd probably still be leaning towards the Rams in this game, and it's in Seattle. 41-6, what they did to San Francisco, that surprised the hell out of me. I do not see that happening again against this Rams team.
Yeah.
I mean, are they going to score 41 points without Zach Charbonnet?
No. No, and not against the Rams. The Rams are winning this thing. It's going to be the Rams in the Super Bowl, in my opinion, and we'll see Rams and Broncos in the Super Bowl.
That would be kind of fun.
That would be fun.
Little cousin battle going on with
I'll take either one, honestly. Cousin battle with the Penner Group and the Cronkies. Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, Cronkies. Can remember them.
Blacked it out. Rough patch in my life.
I was going to say. There's not a lot of money flowing from KSE.
All right, so yeah, Zach done for. We'll see, can they hold their own? Can Kenneth Walker get it done all on his own? Mentioned a couple of hirings going down. We're down to just, what are we at now, 6, 7 openings. Still plenty out there in the NFL, but the Dolphins made their decision, and they hired Green Bay's defensive coordinator, Jeff Hafley is their next head coach. That's after bringing over a front office person from the Green Bay Packers to run things there in Miami. So basically, Stephen Ross said, I like what's happening there in Green Bay. Let's steal a couple of their top dogs, bring them here, and see if we can replicate that. And then you also had a really good point. This is what teams do. You flip it. You go 180. Mike McDaniel's this young offensive mind. Now let's get a young defensive mind to see if it changes our tune.
Yeah, young defensive mind to change a culture. Why wasn't it Vance Joseph?
They didn't want to wait? Didn't want to compete, maybe?
Compete with Arizona?
Cardinals, yeah.
So has Arizona already made their decision?
I think so. Doesn't it feel like that?
It feels like that, but...
And what's the owner? Bidwell's? Like, they're super tight with Vance.
Right.
Feels like they're just waiting
But
for
Stephen
him.
Ross also knows Vance Joseph, and Vance Joseph would be good down there. Now, they got a quarterback decision, just like Arizona, because the Dolphins, like, you moving forward with Tua? Good luck.
Well, he's only a year
and
into
same
that.
thing with Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's awful, 5'3" and an attitude. So, like, you've got... If you're Vance Joseph, take Jarrett Stidham with you, because you're going to need a quarterback better than Kyler Murray.
At least in Arizona, you have Trey McBride. In Miami, you got to deal with Tyreek. I don't know.
For now.
Well, yeah. I don't know anybody wants that headache.
You've got Michael Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride, when healthy, James Conner, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got some talent there that VJ could work with, and obviously, who's his offensive coordinator? I'm not sure if Davis Webb makes it like, and then Davis Webb will be his OC. I don't know. Davis Webb might just be straight head coach, and it might be for the Raiders.
Damn. So it's Davis to pick Fernando Mendoza and make that work in this AFC
Is it the
West?
Raiders or is it Buffalo? Davis Webb is going to be a problem for you.
I read last night. It was just you've talked about it.
I think I sent it to you.
Oh yeah. So I read it like him and Josh are still best friends. They
Super
talk
tight
daily. About what's going on in the NFL.
And Davis that's not the best friend that Josh, had relations.
Yeah.
and have relations with his best friend's girl. That's not Davis Webb's girl.
Like, hey, we could be best friends, but you're not invited over for dinner.
We could be best friends. You're never going to meet my wife.
Yeah, that's never going to happen. And then the Titans have also made their decision today. Robert Saleh, maybe they were waiting for him too. The Niners get their ass beat. How about that? You give up 41 points to Sam Darnold, and then you go get a job as the head coach of the Tennessee Titans. Robert Saleh is their next head coach, or as the McAfee show called him, Bob Saleh. I had never heard that, which is kind of interesting. Do you think
that's kind of dumb, but anyway.
Do you think Robert or was it Jeff there in Miami make an immediate impact where these teams turn it around and start to show some life?
I think the Titans turn it around faster. Robert Saleh, first off, everyone gives him a pass for the Jets job.
Yeah,
the Jets are embarrassment. They're terrible. I've seen terrible franchises. The Jets are the top of the terrible franchises. They are the worst team in the NFL. Raiders are the worst team. But anyway, still like
they're fighting for the worst.
Nobody that I talk to in the NFL in scouting community has zero issue with Robert Saleh. Like zero issue. They know he was set up in a raw deal. Absolute raw deal. The damn teenager runs a team. Your GM's kid runs the team.
Of Madden ratings?
Right. Or your owner's kid runs the team. What? Seriously? Okay. So now, and you mentioned Miami, right? Miami doesn't have a quarterback. Tennessee does. And the thing with Cam Ward, he put out some really good film.
Yeah.
Really good film. That
I think
kid's
Cam's
got
gonna
something.
Be good.
He's got something. So just continue to build around. They got a lot to do. A lot to do on both sides of the ball. But continue to build around Cam Ward. You got something there, Tennessee.
Yeah, I think Robert's a good coach, and I'm with you. I think Cam, he's 2 or 3 years away from making an impact in the league and start to elevate guys around him, but he's going to do that.
And look at this young quarterback class. We're so blessed. The Caleb Williams throw, amazing. Drake May in an AFC championship. Bo Nix would have been in an AFC championship. Yeah. Like, look at these young quarterbacks, and this league thrives on quarterback play. And I've always wondered, especially after Manning and Brady retired, I was like, who's the next to step up? Because, Luck retired and all that kind of stuff. So you always have these next guys up, and Mahomes, obviously. But still, like, this league thrives and is the most dominant sport in America because of quarterback play. And there's only like 12 of those guys. Good thing the Broncos got one of those 12.
There's actually only like 5 that are good, and then there's 7 that you're like, all right, they'll do.
Broncos got one of the 5 then.
They do got one of the 5 that you can build around, and they're going to do exactly that. Good text here. Good reminder from one of our texters via the RamosLaw.com text line. Cecil said Rams versus Broncos, and the Avalanche players would show up wearing Rams jerseys. Remember that? Remember the whole controversy?
Yeah.
They were supporting their boss, and they were in L.A., right?
Yeah.
So like
I still don't like that.
I don't like it either.
I don't like it either. I don't care if Kroenke writes your checks. Don't put on a Rams jersey. You're Colorado Avalanche. You're Denver Broncos.
You're putting the guys in a bad spot by asking them to do it.
Exactly. And come on. No Colorado Avalanche fan is going to be a Rams fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, Kroenke. Terrible move.
Yeah.
Another terrible move.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
At least we can watch the games now. So
that's true. They got that figured out. After
finally
championship runs.
5 years.
But they got it figured out. All right, let's get into our 4th and final quarter. I want to go back to the Broncos, and in fact, I want to go back to the J.K. Dobbins conversation. We'll tell you what Mike Kliss told this station on the morning show today about J.K. possibly not returning, but what if he does? Who does that make the odd man out, or does Sean try to find room for all 3? We'll have that conversation next.
Bo Nix fractured his ankle in the win over the Bills and will miss the remainder of the postseason. Can Jared Stidham take the reins and help lead the Broncos back to the Super Bowl? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
I dared Archwell Health to keep track of my vitals and my grandkids' names.
I dared Archwell Health to simplify my prescriptions, so Max and I have more time to play. Good boy.
And I dared Archwell Health to be closer than my neighborhood coffee shop.
Our members dared us to do more as a primary care provider for adults age 60 and up, so we made it our mission. Visit archwellhealth.com and become a member today. Archwell Health. We dare to care.
Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Trust and Will.
My dad and I were always close, but some things we just didn't talk about, like his will. After he was gone, we Found out he didn't have one, and it created a lot of stress during a time of grief.
Creating a will can be hard to think about, but avoiding it can lead to greater difficulty for the people you love. That's why Trust and Will makes estate planning simple. Create a will online in as little as 30 minutes.
Now, I have a will in place to make sure my loved ones are protected. With Trust and Will, it was easy and affordable. And I got peace of mind knowing my wishes are clear.
Trust and Will.
Get 20% off when you visit trustandwill.com/plan. That's trustandwill.com/plan to get 20% off. trustandwill.com/PLAN.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well, I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there.
It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
When you've been serving Colorado as long as I have, you see a lot of new law firms come and go. Many of them aren't even from here. They don't know Colorado law the way we do. I'm Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. For 47 years, we've been fighting and winning for Coloradans. This is our home. We care about our community, and we care about the safety of every resident who lives here. So if you've been injured and need real Colorado experience on your side, call the Wilhite Law Firm, 303-GOOD-LAW. The Wilhite Law Firm. Experience you can trust, results you can count on.
Looking to upgrade your kitchen, laundry room, or outdoor cooking area? Look no further than Mountain High Appliance. Family owned and operated for the past 31 years. I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. We have hundreds of appliances hooked up live for a true try-before-you-buy experience, plus professional delivery and installation. Our price match guarantee ensures you receive the best deal, and special financing options make your purchase affordable. When it's time for new appliances, think Mountain High Appliance.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you.
The Stock Show is a staple of Denver. For 66 years, so is Siltahar Motors, Colorado's most trusted dealership. You don't last 66 years by cutting corners. You do it by keeping your word, by treating customers like neighbors, by earning trust, not just asking for it. That's the Siltahar way. Always has been. This Stock Show season gets 0% financing and leases under $300 a month on the best trucks and SUVs in Denver. Call, click STHmotors.com, or come by Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Either way, you get everything you want out of a dealership at Siltahar Motors.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver.
You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, CSU basketball faces Air Force with pregame starting at 6:30.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
Denver Sports 104.3 The
Zach By, Philip Lindsay, they are The Drive, and they're coming at you at 2 o'clock, and they'll get you home today from 2 to 6 o'clock. We got a little Denver Sports Tonight action for you. We are live, we are local, talking all things Denver sports from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., and nobody does it better in this city than us right here on The Fan. Shout out to those of you in the Tribe kicking it with us for a full 4 hours. We really appreciate all of you guys. Going to be heavy on a Broncos conversation throughout this hour. Then at 1:45, we're going to get you set for Nuggets and Lakers tonight. It's a little later, 8 o'clock Peacock game tipping off at 8, but we'll get ready for that one chance to get right for these Denver Nuggets. And some good news on the injury front there, coming up at 1:45 for that update. But, Cease, we've talked a lot about J.K. Dobbins, and we kind of got the wind taken out of our sails this morning thanks to a Mike Kliss interview. And it's about J.K. Dobbins. You and I were optimistic. We told the folks yesterday at 12:45 that the Broncos had opened up his 21-day practice window, and it was Schefter's tweet is what we're going off of, saying, hey, there's a chance here that he's going to play in Sunday's AFC Championship game against the Patriots. About 12 hours later, Mike Kliss jumps on with Stink, and Mike Evans and tells those boys this.
It's been 2.5 months he's been out, and to have him play after 3 practices, I don't think that's medically in the game plan. Medically, health-wise, smart-wise, it's best just have him get it going this week, get on the practice field, run around. Then with that bye week you got before the Super Bowl, if you win, you can maybe use him in the Super Bowl. It'd still be a long shot for the Super Bowl, but possible.
All right, see, that ending is what kind of gets me going.
All right.
He calls it a long shot for the Super Bowl and then adds but possible. Like the little tiny lantern at the end of the tunnel that's lit up. That's the but possible. I mean, if he's calling it a long shot for the Super Bowl, why should I be optimistic that he plays Sunday?
You probably shouldn't be.
That hurts, man.
But it stings. It sucks. It takes away some of my confidence for the Denver Broncos. Still picking the Broncos over the Patriots. Not going to change that. But, man alive, if you got J.K. Dobbins and you could just dominate them on the ground and you could run it down their throat and Drake May would be sitting there sipping a Gatorade, girl, wearing that coat because it's probably going to be cold on Sunday.
It's supposed to be cold as hell this weekend.
Yeah, we need to check in with Chris Bianchi. But, seriously, dude, no J.K. would be bad because J.K. changes your math. Life is math. And if you have J.K. Dobbins, it's, pretty simple. Run it at him.
Give it to him.
Beat him up. Go play action passing, which is Jarrett Stidham's forte. He is great at play action passing. And I mentioned it earlier. It's worth repeating for now. Play action passing to non-play action passing is so much different between Jarrett Stidham and Bo Nix. Bo Nix's play action passing, and most quarterbacks are better at play action passing because you get the defense, the fool, you get to adjust to him. Bo Nix's play action passing quarterback rating is about in the 90s. His quarterback rating without play action passing is still in the high 80s, so there's not much of a difference. With Jarrett Stidham, his play action passing quarterback rating is 114. Without it, it's 70.
Wow.
It's a huge difference.
That's a major difference.
Massive difference between those two. So play action passing is the key. The only way you can do that is if they believe you that you can run the ball.
Well, that's the thing, too. The play action, it just opens up the second level. And then you don't need, and now it doesn't hurt, but you don't necessarily need to chase that long, deep ball down the field to put points on the board. If you can get the run going, then, of course, setting up the play action, dude, it sets up that second level, and it's something that you've already talked about this week. Then it sets up a real chance for Evan Ingram to make an impact on that game because he's going to win in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And Jarrett's going to be looking for him.
Jarrett's going to be locked onto him.
He'll be looking for him.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He bird dogs. Jarrett Stidham bird dogs. I believe in Stiddy. It's Stiddy for the city.
That's right.
Get that hashtag going out there on Twitter. But, he's going to bird dog his receivers. What's the big difference between the two? Bo doesn't stare down his receivers. Bo is more deceptive with his eyes, and it doesn't mean that Jarrett can't be. It's just on a certain side of the field, and it's usually some sort of high-low read. That's the difference, and it's a big difference, and defensively, if you're used to that, you're going to know coverage-wise. If you're on the defense and you're facing Bo Nix, you have to have your head on a swivel. Bo's coming at you. It doesn't matter the down and distance. It doesn't matter the strong side or the weak side. Bo's reading the entire field. Jarrett Stidham doesn't do that. Jarrett Stidham will read high-low and take off to run. So if you're on a certain side of the field, yeah, Jarrett Stidham's going to get you. But he's also going to stare at Courtland Sutton specifically, and he's going to throw to Courtland Sutton. Bo Nix would see coverage on court and go, somebody else is open. And he'd do it in a microsecond. He's a supercomputer. Jarrett Stidham is very smart as well. He's a little more ballsy as a quarterback, and he's a guy hey, you got court double-teamed, I can still make that throw.
Yeah.
He's going to do that.
Yeah.
He's going to do that, and you got to be ready. You got to break some eggs to make an omelet, whatever you want to say. You've got to be ready for Stiddy to have those type of plays, those high-risk, high-reward plays, and if it doesn't go your way, much like a Riley Moss play, and this is why I don't live tweet during games. If Riley Moss gives up a play to Keyshawn Butte, oh, my God. Okay, what do you do the whole game? If Jarrett Stidham throws a pick because he's going to lock on, he's seriously, he's probably locked onto court right now.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to lock onto court. He's going to try to make that throw. And if he, throws a pick, I'm not going to lose my, oh my God. It's just like, okay, can you make the big play the next time? Because he's not going to stop. He's saying Jarrett Stidham is never going to lose confidence. Period.
Yeah.
He'll throw 3 picks and he'll still go out there and sling it.
If you are looking for an emotional wreck on Twitter on game days, at Joshua Dover, I'm your Huckleberry. I'm over there being an emotional wreck, living on every single throw.
Yeah.
Living and dying, basically, on every single throw.
Doesn't it take your eyes off the screen, though?
Not really. I do it from the computer, so I don't have to look. You just type.
Yeah, you Mac guy, so you can throw it
Yeah.
out there on your fancy pants iPhone, which is 3 years behind my Samsung. And by the way, somebody in the chat room, it's funny, Bills fans disappeared from our chat room.
They
like,
sure did.
Disappeared.
Sure did.
The comedian, Joe, whoever that guy was, like, he's gone. Everybody's gone. All these Bills fans like, that hippie on the right of the camera, he's cocky, he's arrogant. Come, all right, I'm here.
You're a hippie because you got long hair.
Yeah, I guess so. So I'm here. Bills fans disappeared. Now Pats fans are getting at me. The one guy's like, this guy doesn't watch the Patriots. And I said, dude, I chart plays for every team. So try again.
Yeah.
Try again.
Yeah,
I
was hunting Bills fans in your chat room on Saturday.
Yeah, they didn't exist.
Couldn't find it.
Well, guess what? Patriots fans, come Monday, this guy doesn't watch film. That's all I watch, bro. Try again.
Well, and his ass won't be there on Sunday.
Oh, of course,
night.
yeah. He'll ghost
the
us.
Pats lose.
He'll ghost us. I can't say the B word. Ghosting is it's a B move.
Punk move.
Yeah. My favorite Tech 9 song is Mitch Bade.
Yeah.
Mitch Bade. It's like off of his Celsius album, one of his earliest albums. It's a great song. So, ghosting us, Bills fans, that's Mitch Bade.
Yeah.
And Patriots fans, you're all talking all this junk, Mitch Bade.
Yeah, you don't have to ghost me. You could just say, hey, I don't like you anymore. I'm going to do something else now.
Right.
That's pretty easy to do, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So all these Pats fans, they're going to ghost us when the Broncos win, and that's Mitch Bade.
One of our texters via the RamosLaw.com text line, again, throw your name on here so we can give you a shout-out, 720272, said, hey, JK posted on his IG. Would he do that if he wasn't ready? And it's just a story. I don't know if you saw it. It's JK running out in the sweet throwbacks, and to the bottom of the screen, it just writes, it's an arrow, and it says soon. Like, I'm coming back soon. His last post, this is just a story, but his last post came way back when the injury happened, and it was God's plans are always greater. I'll be back. Hashtag Mr. Comeback. And then hit us with the story yesterday. Soon, he's on his return.
Well, maybe our guy, Mike Kliss, who we'll talk to later in the week, needs to, get on God's plan. Get on that G-O-D, man.
Kliss is our dude.
He is.
But I'll tell you, I didn't like hearing that this morning from Mike.
I didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
Especially with, it's a long shot for the Super Bowl. Y'all don't say that.
Yeah.
Y'all don't say that.
Didn't like that at all, Mike. All right, we'll keep the conversation going. Want to continue talking about Jarrett Stidham, talk about the running game. It's going to be a luxury for him to have J.K. Dobbins back. If he doesn't, who steps up? Who fills the void? Like Marvin Mims did last week. Can it be RJ? Can it be Jaleel? Does it have to be a running back? Or does it have to be one of those wide receivers for Jarrett to move the ball downfield? We're going to answer that question next.
His season came to an unfortunate end, but Bo Nix has the future for the Denver Broncos looking incredibly bright.
Let's be honest, we started the year saying, I don't know how the season's going to play out, but the most important thing is when it's all said and done, can we feel sure that we've got the quarterback of the future? Well, wow. I guess that question's been answered emphatically.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
If you're tired of your house feeling uncomfortably cold, and it's going to get chillier this week, and you're shocked every time you open your electric bill, well, it may be time to replace your windows. And January is actually one of the best times to do it, thanks to my friends at Window Nation. Cecil Lammy here for WindowNation.com. Right now, Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale is going on, making it a great time to replace all the windows in your home. And you can get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. Window Nation replaces old or builder-grade windows with custom-built, high-quality windows measured 3 times to ensure a perfect fit and year-round comfort. Their expert crews finish most installs in 1 day or less with minimal disruption. Choose from over 1,500 styles and colors, backed by a lifetime warranty, and installed right the first time by experienced pros. Window Nation, proud to be part of Team Dave Logan and corporate supporter of the Wounded Warrior Project. And as a military family, I really, really appreciate that. Check out my friends, windownation.com. Schedule your fast free estimate now at windownation.com.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Brandon Stokely here from my friends at Roller Auction. Do you have items you're looking to sell? Since 1976, Roller Auction has been conducting commercial and industrial auctions for Colorado government agencies, Fortune 500 companies, small business owners, secured creditors, individuals, and more. They have a large marketplace to showcase your assets, so don't wait. Visit rollerauction.com for a free consultation and turn those items into some cold, hard cash. Again, go visit them at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Still haven't filed your taxes? Hey, you're not the only one. A lot of good people fall behind. But here's the thing. The longer you wait, the harder the IRS can hit back. Penalties stack up. Interest piles on. The letters get more aggressive. None of it magically disappears. It's why I always tell folks, call my friends at Advanced Tax Solutions. These are not generalists. They don't dabble in tax problems. They live in this world. Resolving IRS issues is all they do. Maybe you're 1 year behind. Maybe you're 10. Maybe you've got unfiled returns, wage garnishments, bank levies, or you're just losing sleep wondering what the IRS is going to do next. Their licensed tax professionals can step in fast, talk to the IRS for you, stop the stress, and start putting a real plan in place. And listen, waiting never makes it better. Every day you delay is another day the IRS gets to tighten the screws. One quick call to Advanced Tax Solutions, that could be the start of a quick resolution. So take control of your tax situation before the IRS does. Reach out to Advanced Tax Solutions today and breathe again.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider, Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Dover and Cecil.
So if JK's not going to come back, and that's the feeling this afternoon, based off something our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss told the morning show, he says it's a long shot for the Super Bowl, which, kind of eliminates the game before the Super Bowl, which is coming up this Sunday, the AFC Championship game in our barn against those damn New England Patriots. So if JK's not going to be there, who steps up? Who fills that void the way Marvin Mims did a week ago and made Cecil look so right with his calling of the shot? Can it be Marvin again? Lil Jordan Humphrey is a guy that I kind of had my brain working around of like, I don't know that LJ's ever going to have an 8 for 90, 3 that Marvin had, but could LJ have a 5-catch game and 2 of them be touchdowns? I think that can happen, and that's a significant impact. Does it have to be a wide receiver? Can it be RJ? Can it be Jaleel, who you and I argued back and forth about last week? Who do you have in your mind as the dude that steps up for Jarrett Stidham?
Well, let's answer the question that you asked first was, can it be Marvin again? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can. I've said it. I stick by my story. Marvin Mims could have been a 1,000-yard receiver this year. I don't know why through halfway of this season, Troy Franklin was leading the team in targets. That's just nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense. Cortland Sutton should lead the team in targets, and your number 2 receiver should be Marvin Mims. Marvin Mims can be a 1,000-yard, game-breaker, playmaking receiver for the Broncos on a weekly basis. Has he ever gotten an opportunity and disappointed? No. Every time Marvin Mims gets more work, Marvin Mims makes more plays.
We got the pleasant surprise a year ago that he could run the ball.
Right.
And we were surprised and pleasantly surprised by that.
And in football and in life, it's math. If I play Marvin Mims more on offense, he makes more plays. Huh? Well, then you should play Marvin Mims more. So I like what you asked there because, can it be Marvin again? Yeah, I think it can.
Did what he did last week do enough for the Patriots to go, hey, you're going to give Sutton your best matchup,
okay.
But did Marvin earn their second-best cornerback with his performance against Buffalo?
Perhaps, but there's also scheme. There's also a tight end that will get used now, and his name's Evan Ingram. That's my answer for, who's the X factor. It's why it's my Mile High moment I called on Monday that you're going to see that. And if you look at the corners on this team, and certainly, Christian Gonzalez, a factor, someone to deal with there. Carlton Davis a little bit banged up right now. But if I look at this game, how do you really match up against Marvin? Now, you'd have to be more physical, right? Because my answer to that is is someone going to be physical with him at the line? Because he's a smaller guy. Mm-hmm. But my God, if you miss, you're dead. Marvin Mims will kill you.
Yeah.
If you just try and jam him at the line, I missed. He's gone.
Or he's slapping your hands
That's
down.
a touchdown for the Denver Broncos. So, could he earn their second corner? I'll take Marvin Mims against the second corner. I will. Because of that speed, that game-breaking speed that he has, he'll judge it up. And I love that Marvin, does it look like he's running fast? I want to ask you that. Does it look like he's running fast?
It's weird because it doesn't, but I know he's a speedster.
Yeah.
I know in my brain.
So if you're eyeing him up, let's say you're covering Marvin Mims. That would be a fun video.
Oh, Jesus. I embarrassed myself enough.
That would go viral, right?
Yeah,
but you're gonna judge Marvin Mims, and you're he runs so effortlessly, and he's smoking you. So you're gonna judge him up, line him up. I got him, and then flip your hips, and you're just toast. You are toast out there against Marvin Mims. So bring on the second corner. Do it. You're not going to get the first corner. You're not going to bracket Marvin Mims. So you're telling me that really fast guy that all he does is make plays is one-on-one all game long?
Yeah.
It can be Marvin again.
Dude, I couldn't cover Frank Crum, bro. You think I'm slowing down Marvin Mims?
You got to watch out. Frank will lower that shoulder, man.
That's what I'm saying.
He'll run you over.
I couldn't hang with him, and if that giant man's coming at me, I'm moving out of the way. I'm not trying what that Bills defender did that got ran over in the end zone.
Yeah, I would just lay down and just jump over me. Don't step on me, please.
Yeah, that's another painful situation there.
Right.
Is there anybody on the Broncos that you could run with? Because I told you before, I thought I'm offensive linemen, those fat, I can run faster than those guys. And then I foot raced a couple of offensive linemen and lost by a lot.
Yeah. No, there's nobody. Nobody, buddy.
Nobody.
No.
Nobody could do it.
No.
Absolutely not. Another name. And
Sean Payton. I could run with Sean Payton.
Yeah, probably. He's pulling up 5 yards into that with a hammy. Sean's 60-something, right?
Yeah.
I guess you're not that far behind, but
Oh, there you go. You got one in.
It's been a while.
You got one in. Feels good for you.
You said that Jarrett Stidham's going to bird dog. He's going to stare down where
he
wants
bird
to bring
dogs
the
all the
football.
time. Yep.
Can that make room for R.J. Harvey to make a bigger impact as that check down guy? Because here it is. All right, he's going to bird dog. That's probably going to lead to a turnover. Limit that to 1, and I still think they're just fine. But it's that you saw it a bunch last night in the national championship game. You know the guy's there. You're climbing the ladder. You're letting stuff progress. Okay, first one's gone, second one's gone, third one's gone. I'm out of time. Just throw it over there because I can't take a sack. And it's R.J. Harvey. He's got to beat one guy, and then there's a bunch of space in front of him. I think R.J. can do that too. Not that Jaleel can't.
Right.
I've just seen R.J. do it through the course of this entire season.
Well, and imagine how you can play off that. It won't get too X's and O's, but you have Cortland Sutton on the X, right? So you're going to run a post route.
Okay.
So it's going to be an in-breaking route towards the end zone. Follow that, a trail technique with R.J. Harvey on a wheel route. So he's going to bird dog court. The entire defense would be like, he's going to court. And then it's a nice toss on the sideline with touch. Jarrett Stidham can't throw with touch. And right over the shoulder and into R.J. Harvey's hands, that's a touchdown.
Then you're beating that safety that's trying to come down.
Yep, because court takes so much attention. And you can, if the Patriots know, and they should, I mean, they drafted the guy, you should know that Jarrett Stidham bird dog. So if that's the case, use it against him. Stare at court, knowing that it's the same side. Remember, it's one side of the field for Jarrett Stidham. Same side of the field, run that post, and it's a wheel route to RJ instead. Perfect play.
How weird is it that we're getting ready for the AFC Championship game, and our answers are who can help Jarrett Stidham? That's already weird enough.
Yeah.
I'm saying R.J. Harvey and Little Jordan Humphrey. You're going Marvin Mims and Evan Ingram.
Yeah. But they can help.
Three of those guys don't fit in the conversation. Marv's the only one that actually fits into this equation.
Well, and it's everybody, buddy. Like it's got to take everybody. You've got to play. You don't have to play perfect, okay? But you have to play your best game possible, especially if J.K. Dobbins isn't out there. And it's going to take, hey, Lil Jordan, you can't drop him. You can't drop him.
That's right.
You know, Tyler Bidet, can't drop him. I don't want Kev going nuts because there's more drop passes because I'm sure that was a problem for Kev. We've left Kev alone mostly this week because of the Bo Nix injury.
Yeah, Kev, were you yelling mean things?
Yeah, you were yelling mean things at all the drops. Not the mean things, but you were yelling mean things.
Just catch the damn ball, Sutton.
That's a mission right
there.
there.
You're getting paid like a number one. Catch the damn ball. It's the playoffs. We can't. It's not like he's making these highlight reel drops. They're right in his chest. They're right in his hands. Catch the ball or get some new gloves or something. My gosh.
Who did you go to the divisional game with, Pops?
With my dad.
Okay, so he didn't get yelled at as much.
Okay,
right. Dad was with me. Dad was yelling too.
Okay, there you go. That's where he got it from.
Yeah. I bet it's probably pretty fun to watch.
Laughs at that.
To watch football with the Kistner family. I think they're about it. There in the Kistner family.
Yeah. I had to watch by myself because it was like nobody around me.
That's when we're taking notes and stuff for the game. It's tough to. One of my buddies, Chris, he texts me day of. I'm going to put your business in the streets, Chris, and he's like, had to get rid of my cable. They're jerking us around with the bill. We need somewhere to watch the game. And then I told him, I'm like, you can come over. But can you keep the noise down? Can you keep the talking down? I'm going to be watching and taking notes and all that.
Right.
And then he went, yeah, we're not coming over, dude.
Good.
Which is fair.
Yeah. Tell him go Buffalo Wild Wings.
I gave him a link of where you can find free television.
Oh, well, yeah. Those links exist.
Yeah, and I'm sure he did just fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's different. I have never watched a football game with you. Broncos game. We can watch other games.
Yeah, we can watch other games for sure. I don't think it'd be weird because we'd both be working.
Yeah.
So we'd have that understanding. But you'd also see me tear up when Frank Crum scores a touchdown. So you'd be like, wow, Mitch Bade, huh?
All that stuff.
I wish we could play Mitch Bade. It's such a good song.
I'd probably hug you, honestly. I'd just be like, dude, bring it in. Brothers don't shake hands. That's what it would be. All right, we got a Nuggets preview coming at you at 1:45. Denver. In the meantime, we'll talk about the Broncos defense. They have the best defense in the NFL, and Drake May has struggled in his first two playoff games. One against a solid defense from the Texans, not so much on the Chargers side of things. Wait till you hear the numbers, specifically the turnover numbers from Drake May. He won't be anybody's darling after this, and that's coming up next.
Just as they did in 2015, the Broncos and Patriots will go head-to-head with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line. After an emotional victory over Buffalo, can Sean Payton rally his team around Jared Stidham for a little more mile-high magic? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Cecil Lammy here for my friends at SodaWeightLoss.com. Losing 60 pounds a few years ago changed my life. As I get older, I have to concentrate on your body a heck of a lot more, and I was doing the wrong things, eating at the wrong times, thinking I could just like intermittent fast and lose the weight. Nope. Got to learn how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. So key for SodaWeightLoss.com. Helped me lose 60 pounds a few years ago, and I'm never going back. Keeping the weight off. Why? Because there's no pills, there's no injections, there's no mystery chemicals. It's real food and real nutritionists that helps me along the way. That kind of personalized support makes the whole process feel easy, and that's why Soda does it better than anyone else. Fast, convenient, and easy weight loss with no hunger and no guesswork. And right now, it's the best deal of the year. Join Soda today, and your partner joins for free. 2 people, 1 price, 2 transformations. The number, 1-866-800-SODA. That's 1-866-800-SODA. If you want results that you can see and feel with the nutritionist, you can text anytime. Go to SodaWeightLoss.com. SOTA. Soda Weight Loss is, say it with me, state of the art.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
The Stock Show is a staple of Denver. For 66 years, so is Siltahar Motors, Colorado's most trusted dealership. You don't last 66 years by cutting corners. You do it by keeping your word, by treating customers like neighbors, by earning trust, not just asking for it. That's the Siltahar way. Always has been. This Stock Show season gets 0% financing and leases under $300 a month on the best trucks and SUVs in Denver. Call, click STHmotors.com, or come by Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Either way, you get everything you want out of a dealership at Siltahar Motors.
So, you're ready to propose, huh?
Yeah, man. She's definitely the one.
What are we thinking about the ring? I got my wife's at Hellsberg. I couldn't recommend a better jeweler.
I could use some help with that.
Man, go to Hellsberg. I had no idea how many details you need to consider. Did you know you can get a natural or lab-grown diamond? I didn't. Figure out what she wants. Trust me, they'll make it happen.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Babe, your arms look amazing. Working out is paying off.
Thanks. I just wish my chest matched. No matter what I do, I'm frustrated with my man boobs.
Hey, don't beat yourself up. More than half of men have gynecomastia. It's gland tissue, not laziness. Same thing is happening to my friend Trisha's husband. He went to Dr. Cameron Dastry at Modern Surgical Arts of Denver.
For real? He get good results?
He got great results. Call him, honey.
Call today. They're offering complimentary consultations for the fan listeners. 303-470-3400 or at modernsurgicalarts.com.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Discover incredible savings at the Mountain High Appliance Clearance Center in Denver. I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. Our clearance center offers a huge selection of ranges, refrigerators, laundry, and more. Save up to 60% on open box, scratch and dent, display models, and overstocked appliances from Bosch, Thermador, KitchenAid, and many more. When you're looking for great deals on appliances, our clearance center is your go-to destination for the best prices and selection.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, CSU basketball faces Air Force with pregame starting at 6:30.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
You're listening to Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
I want to talk about Drake May. I have a feeling that Drake May is going to wish that the Denver Broncos defense is somebody he never met after this Sunday's AFC Championship game, because Drake's already been a liability for his team, and that's in 2 wins. And now he's about to face the best defense in the NFL over the course of the last 2 years. Texans were good, but they don't get after quarterbacks like the Denver Broncos do, who had 68 sacks this year to lead the entire NFL. Cecil, you shared a number with me. You shared a number with the tribe yesterday, and it stuck with me. So much so that I said, you know what? I got to go back and I got to learn a little bit more about who Drake May has been in the first 2 playoff appearances he's made. Throughout the regular season, really good. Hero ball guy. It's going to get him in the MVP conversation. It's literally down to 2 dudes. Matt Stafford or Drake May, going to be your NFL MVP. But man, as much of a hero as he can be, and as much as he's going to give his wide receivers chances like Kayshon Boutte to make a one-handed stab at a football catch and be number 1 on SportsCenter that night, he can also cost you in some very big ways. 2 playoff games, 5 turnovers, 2 interceptions, 3 fumbles lost, another 3 that he's put on the turf that his guys have been able to fall on, and sacked 10 different times, which leads to him playing hero ball, hanging on to it, letting stuff go down. How often is he going to do that when 15's chasing him down from behind? Cooper's landing on him. Big old John Franklin Myers getting after him and landing on top of him with a sack or a quarterback hit. Does he change his approach, or does Drake May say, I will live and die by this sword, and the sword is me being a hero?
Yeah, he's never gone away from that. That's his Achilles, is he plays hero ball. He thinks he can throw a touchdown every time he drops back to throw. So instead of taking the easy stuff, he'll try for the most complicated. He'll try for that deep pass. And deep passes have a lower completion percentage. It's a more risky throw. It's a low percentage throw. But Drake May is going to be, I can do that. I can make that. And he's going to throw it. And you've got to be ready for that. You cannot fall asleep. Everyone needs to channel their inner Jaquan McMillan. That's what they need to do, because that play on Brandon Cooks, forever an interception. And if you think otherwise, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I'm sorry. Is he smart or is he like me?
You know, I had a situation going on in my life about this. My lady is from New Jersey, and mom, you know, they're New Yorkers. They're East Coast folks. I literally got into a debate on speakerphone. My mother-in-law, lady's mom, calls. And she's cool. She knows I like the Broncos. Like, good game, whatever. We're talking about football. She's a legit football fan and actually knows her stuff. And then she goes, can you believe that they called that an interception? And I'm like, let me see the phone, Kels. Let me see the phone. We got to have a conversation. And we're literally arguing. I'm arguing with my mother-in-law back and forth of like, are you kidding me? You think that's an interception? And I'm like, okay, I can't do this with you. I'm going to do this with other people. But I was like, man, I got to lump her in with the rest of those Bills fans.
That's not a catch. It's the furthest thing from a catch. So it's fascinating. I got another Drake May number for you.
Okay.
Drake May will be the first quarterback to face top 5 defense in each of his 3 playoff games in a season since Cam Newton did it in 2015. No quarterback has ever beat 3 top 5 defenses in a single playoff run.
Wow.
And we know how it ended for Cam Newton.
And that was the one that Cam couldn't beat. Was this one here. That's the Denver Broncos.
One in the Denver Broncos. So Drake May, big arm, good kid, good young quarterback. about ready to get that ass beat by the Denver Broncos defense.
I told you his completion percentage is under 60%. Is that a number that we can I don't want to say dismiss, but because he takes those chances so far downfield, that's why you result in the number like that.
That's why. Yeah. It goes directly. It's a direct correlation. Why is his completion percentage so low? Because he's launching deep ones all the time, and they don't connect as regularly as the short stuff.
The fumbles just jumps off the page.
Yes.
And again, him trying to hold on to the ball.
And the sacks. The fumbles and the sacks.
And it's the same reason. Holding on to the football, trying to let something develop downfield. I mean, you do not have that luxury with this defensive line. And if that's the case, look, even though he's the opponent, I'm never rooting for a guy to get hurt. But if you want to hold on to the football and try to let stuff develop downfield with this pass rush coming at you, you're setting yourself up for not just failure as to what you can accomplish, but your body's going to take a beating at the hands of this Broncos defense, specifically Coop, Benito, Allen, JFM, Roach, and Jones.
More numbers for you because we're talking about deep passing. This one's from NFL Researcher on Twitter. Broncos defense against passes 20-plus air yards in the divisional round. 9 pass attempts, 0 completions, 2 interceptions. You need to have that sort of number against Drake May. He's going to launch him, and it's 9 passing attempts of 20 air yards or more. I know Stoke hates steak. Am I hungry? I think I am. Oh.
You just combined stink and Stoke.
I know. Stinking steak and Stoke and stinking steak. Stoke. Anyway, he always hates air yards. Sorry, bro. That's what you're looking at. If it's over 20 yards, 9 attempts, 0 completions, 2 picks, you need to have that type of number against Drake May.
We both just gave names of who we think can help Stidham on the field between the numbers there. When it comes to the Patriots, do we look at the duo that is the running back? They're damn good too. Or Hunter Henry as a bigger threat. And Hunter Henry, it's not really who he is. He had 1 catch for 5 yards last week. It's who the Broncos are not at the second level.
Yeah, it's who they're not at the second level, and you've got to be mindful of it. You got to be mindful of it because of the targets. A guy like Pop Douglas is always open. Keishon Boutte has that deep stuff. Stephon Diggs is more of a name than he is a player anymore. I think Pat Surtain can handle him with ease, by the way. The nice thing is, and I say it nice because I want the challenge. I never shy away from the smoke. Drake May's going to go after PS2. The reigning defensive player of the year, it's your time to really showcase that. This can be a big, like Jaquan got that pick, this can be a big Pat Surtain game because that young man, he's a little wild. Drake May, a little wild child there. He's going to play hero ball. He's going to go after you, and he's not going to be afraid to go after Pat Surtain. Make him pay. Make him pay.
Yeah.
When he has that foolish decision to go after number 2 on the field, flip the field on him with a pick 6. See what he does next.
And you know what? To that point, we haven't had like last year's signature moment, Raiders game, right? And
right.
They're in the throwbacks. It's in the end zone. That thing is looking ugly. It's looking nasty. PS2 to the rescue. I guess what he's got so far is was it the divisional game or last game of the regular season? That hit that he had on the outside, like that's kind of the all right. There's PS2, but he hasn't made that big pass breakup, interception, taking it back the other way. I believe they would say he's due.
Yeah, I would say he's due as well. And if Pat Surtain is due, I'm putting my chips on PS2.
You keep on bringing up Douglas, too. I think that's one of those, like, sneaky guys that you think could hurt.
He's their Parker Washington. I know that's going to strike fear in a lot of people, but that's your Parker Washington. Yeah. And you've got to deal with that. Who's a really talented number 3? It's Demario Douglas. I've loved him ever since he came out of college. That's a legit, serious threat for this team. If he has a Parker Washington type of game, I'm not going to be surprised, and neither is anyone in the tribe.
Yeah, you've said his name a few times, and you just said he's pretty much always open, and that's going back to some of your old.
That's going back to a Shrine game.
Yeah, that's a reason to worry. We'll keep an eye on that and have that conversation.
He was in Brock Purdy's Shrine game, I believe. That was in Vegas. Just memory here, but I've loved Pop Douglas since he came out of college. That's a hell of a player. Wanted the Broncos to draft him.
Okay. Well, now let's hope he doesn't destroy the Denver Broncos coming up on Sunday. Trip to Super Bowl 60 on the line, and it all runs through our city right here in Denver. Hashtag Stiddy for the city. All right, Cecil, 145. Let's get prepared for the Nuggets game tonight. They're going to host the Lakers. We'll tell you who's available for Los Angeles, what kind of team the Lakers are as they come in right now, and a nice update for some guys that are banged up but starting to find themselves back on the court. What's their timeline look like? We'll tell you next.
The Broncos completed a heroic comeback against the Bills in overtime. lost Bo Nix on the second to last play of the game. With a veteran backup in Jared Stidham, can Sean Payton keep his offense rolling in the AFC Championship? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Gentlemen, what's going on? Josh Dover here. I got to talk to you about my team over at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. I have the example for today of how much Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic has changed my life. I stayed up a little late on a school night last night and doing some things I probably shouldn't have been doing. And I would normally be dragging you-know-what on a day like this. If my T levels weren't right, man, would today be a battle. But they are, so I got a good night's sleep. Had a little time to even get a little workout in this morning because I had that good night's sleep and some energy. And it's because at 41 years old, my testosterone levels are where they're supposed to be. Fellas, if you're feeling tired all the time, you're not sleeping through the night, have no energy to get through the gym, or worst of all, you have no sex drive, it is 100% correlation to what your testosterone levels look like. When you get into your 30s or 40s like me, you just stop producing it at the same rate. So, set up your first appointment at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Get in there and talk to a Colorado licensed medical provider. Let them draw your blood, tell you what your levels are, and then go over a couple of options. If you sign up for testosterone treatment right there on the spot, it's what I did. You're going to feel results in 2 weeks, and you won't spend a penny. So again, tired all the time, not sleeping through the night, and worst of all, your sex drive is gone? There's only one thing to do. Get to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com now.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank, NA member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Hey, Mark Schlereth here. A new year doesn't always call for something new. Sometimes it calls for something better. If your home would be more comfortable with better windows or new siding, Gravina's Window Center of Littleton can help. Right now, save 25% on Infinity replacement windows and 20% off James Hardy siding with 12 months no interest financing. Call them 303-794-0490 to schedule your free in-home visit, or visit windowsforyourhome.com and say this is the year your home feels better.
Progressive's Accident Response can detect and send help when you need it most after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's Accident Response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, our final segment. We'll wrap this thing up, put a big bow on it for the drive. We're going to get you set for Nuggets and Lakers tonight. Always tough when the Lakers come in town. You get a bunch of fake front-running fans taking over our arena, and it'll be full of that tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, kind of used to it, right?
I guess so.
Kind of used to it.
I don't have to like it, but yeah, I am kind of used to it.
Yeah, used to it, and it's what you get. It's like when Golden State was in town. It's like, tell me who Mitch Richmond is. Yeah, so.
They've never heard that name.
Fair weather, bandwagon, Warriors, and Lakers fans. Awesome.
That's exactly what it will be tonight. So they are trying to get back to their winning ways, getting some bodies healthy. The injury status, the injury report that the Nuggets shared last night ahead of this game is out. Now, the usual suspects, right? We know Nikola, we know Cam, we know Jonas, and Christian remains out. Man, that's one thing we've learned. They or he, I probably lean towards he in the player in Christian Brown. He tried to come back way too soon.
Yeah.
He came back for, 2 games?
Yeah.
I don't know if he even made a shot in either of those 2 games, and then now has missed about 3 or 4 in a row.
Right. So you got to be mindful of that, and everyone just get as healthy as you can as this team sets up to make a run. And we get positive news about Nikola Jokic. We are T-minus 10 days.
I think he's playing basketball in 12 days from right now.
12 days. Okay, yeah. So T-minus less than 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, less than 2 weeks, the best player on the planet returns for your Denver Nuggets. I think we should celebrate that.
Probables are Jamal. He's going to go tonight, or at least give it a go. Left knee inflammation and an illness that he's dealing with. Tim Hardaway Jr. and Aaron Gordon will be back. They basically got embarrassed against the Charlotte Hornets because this laundry list of injuries and those guys that I just mentioned as probable weren't available in that game. So I look at this one. You always get up for the Lakers. You know, they got the gold on their T-shirt, and that gets people fired up. I think that they're going to be back to who they were, led by Jamal Murray. I think Tim Hardaway, dude, what they were able to do Saturday before the embarrassing loss Sunday, Jamal and Timmy combined for 72 points for the Denver Nuggets.
Woo!
20, off the top of my head, I don't remember, 25-plus points in the fourth quarter from those 2 dudes.
Yeah.
It's been very, very impressive to see. Oh, and by the way, there's now reports and a video that I've seen. I think that was on the internet, so it's public information.
It's got to be true.
That Christian Brown and Jonas Valanciunas have started to participate. Oh, David said it. That's why. And I saw a video that they have both started to participate in limited parts of practice. But Coach Adelman said, we're going to take our time with Christian. That's more proof that I know he came back too soon, and now they're going to approach it with caution.
Yeah, first matchup of the season between these 2 teams, Jamal versus Luka. Who scores more?
Yeah.
Who comes out on top? Lakers also average, they allow, 117 points a game? So get your popcorn ready. Probably a lot of scoring tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even the reserves. Remember I told you it's just a race to 130 when they were all healthy? It's still a race to 120.
Yeah.
You just take 10 points off of it because you're not going to get the same amount of scoring.
Right, and the Lakers give that up. Almost 116.7. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
So almost 117 points per game allowed. You're going to get a lot of scoring opportunities tonight if you're the Nuggets. Put them away, man. Put them away. And this is, I know it's early, it's still January, but this is one of those games, like, playoff seeding is going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers are going to be there with you. They're going to be competing for whatever seed you are competing for. It's probably the 3, right? Maybe the 2. We're still in that realm of possibility, but still, the Lakers are going to be right there with you. So take them down.
You know what's weird I know we all have this. There's a guy that I really like, a player that I really like, And then it's Luka, who I'm talking about. And in Dallas, like, he was no real threat. You know, they were the little engine that can't. And even though they got to the finals with Luka, and we know how that went, like, it's now there's a guy that I really, really like. Dude, I love Luka Doncic's game. I love this dude's game. And he plays for the team that we all hate with every ounce of hate we have in our heart.
Right.
Do you have a guy like that? Any sport of like, I love Luka. He plays for LA, and I'm forced to hate him because of that.
Ant.
That's a good one.
I mean, my God, he's the closest to Jordan that we've got now.
Yeah.
And
some people think it's his child. You seen that internet rumor?
Oh, yeah. Now you need the theme music. Also, I mean, I could have said Kobe back in the day. You know, still hated the Lakers. So, yeah, you get it. You get it mainly in basketball. You might get it with Mendoza going to the Raiders, #1 overall. You said he's dead to you.
Yeah. You put that silver and black on it. Only one person gets a pass for silver and black.
Who's that?
My Uncle Chris. Because he will squish me like a pea if I said anything to his face.
Okay.
That's about it. But when he ain't around, I'll be talking again.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, it's like that. You don't want any of your favorite players going to the Raiders.
No. Ant's a really good one. That's a real good one. Mm-hmm. That was always
that's because he's awesome. He's an incredible player, and I hate Minnesota. Mm-hmm. Like, I absolutely can't stand Minnesota at all whatsoever. I often say it, usually talking about the Vikings, like, hey, don't be like Minnesota. Now, they got a hell of a one in Ant. So you kind of watch them from a distance and be like, man, you're really cool. I wish you played for the Knicks or the Nuggets.
Yeah. I really like what's happening with your Knicks right now.
What, the 4-game losing streak?
Yeah. Talking about trading their best players away, figure it out.
Of course, yeah. Hey, they've never figured it
out. With the Luka conversation, is that a P-Watt matchup? Peyton Watson just gets Luka the assignment all night, basically Adelman matching minute for minute Luka versus Peyton Watson. Because there's the thing about Luka. As good of a player he is, you can frustrate him, and then he gets in his way mentally.
Yeah.
And with Peyton with the long arms, the ability to close out and get blocks, steals, he's going to play a little physical. He's not the biggest dude, but he's strong enough to play physical even against a dude like Luka. I would look at that. That's my matchup. And Adelman, I'm matching minutes. Luka sits, Peyton, you sit. Luka comes back to the scorer's table, Peyton, you're back at the scorer's table. I'd mirror what they have going on.
It's nice to have that asset in Peyton Watson when it comes to the matchups against superstar players. We've seen it before with Peyton, and he can shut you down or he can frustrate you at the very least. And I imagine that Peyton Watson will be frustrating Luka tonight.
That's got to be the matchup. You get Luka there. LeBron and Aaron Gordon is probably the matchup. Then I guess that depends on what Adelman wants to do with AG's minutes and where he comes off the bench or back into the starting lineup. All things that Coach Adelman's going to have to find out here before it's 8, but really 8:15 tip-off because it's on Peacock.
Yeah, it's on Peacock, so get ready. And like I said, should be an exciting game and a Nuggets win.
Nuggets get it done. They would improve to 8-4 without Nikola Jokic if they win tonight.
I'm getting that coffee from Will Peterson because I said 500.
Well, shoot, if they win tonight, they're only 2 more wins away from you.
I'm glad you said shoot because that was pretty quick. I was like, I don't know if I can reach the dump button that fast.
Yeah, shoot. I said
shoot.
All right. I mentioned this to you off the air. I'm going to tell the tribe as well. You got, football, jobs, and all the things going on. But when you're free in July, I want you to watch the Netflix show His and Hers.
His and Hers.
His and Hers.
Did it just finish or what? Is it new? Is it old?
I think it's new, but there's only 6 episodes, and I don't even think they're a full hour.
Okay.
And Shane from Walking Dead, that's who he will always be to me, is the lead male actor, and his wife is a reporter, and then things start going crazy in their town, murders and all this stuff. And the ending of it, especially, I don't want to say too much, but
no,
you
don't.
specifically
don't
love
say it.
How it ends.
Okay, well, good. And I love John Bernthal, and I hear he's a great guy. I've never met him, but he's been at, like, Colorado Springs Comic-Con and stuff.
Oh, really?
And all the fans say, like, he's just so down to earth. He loves that he's the Punisher, and everyone loves him for Walking Dead. That's what it is. They love him for the Punisher, and he embraces that. He actually studied the Punisher comic books when he was getting that part. Same with Walking Dead. He studied those comic books, although it goes down pretty quick for Shane in the comic books. I think he dies in the issue 6. So, yeah, it was really, really fast. They stretched it out on the show, and it was great.
I mean,
Rick and Shane dynamic in Walking Dead was what made you watch that show.
That's what I'm saying. He was kind of Josh Allen in it, trying to hook up with his buddy's girl.
Lori was a little
promiscuous.
Something else that rhymes with Lori.
I like the way you used it.
Yeah. It's like, dudes, but you don't even know where your husband's at, and you're already shacking up with his best friend in a tent during a zombie apocalypse?
It took 3 minutes for her to get over Rick Grimes.
How horny could you be in a zombie apocalypse? You're fighting for your life every day. You're like, bow chicka wow wow. Yeah. I got a tent. You know what's going to keep the zombies out? My fabric tent.
I mean, I will say.
Maybe if you had a tree house, right? You'd be like, climb the tree and do stuff.
Yeah, like
fun
aliens,
stuff.
Aliens, like I was talking about earlier.
But seriously,
I think in the zombie apocalypse, I'm still interested in getting laid.
Yeah, but I mean, like survival, food. How do they have so much gas in The Walking Dead? They drive those cars forever. Yeah. That gas is bad by the time. But I'm just like, and listen, I'm Latino. I am all the time hot-blooded, okay? It's just thinking nothing but a brisk wind.
Have you ever siphoned gas before?
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
You got to do it right.
I've done it twice.
When you fill the gas on your lips, you let it go. You don't swallow that.
Yeah, I'm like, it's already in my mouth at that point. I was like 17 when I tried it. Maybe I'll be better at it now.
17 when you spat it out. Okay. We'll leave that one alone. But yeah, I wonder, like, man, Shane, I know it's stressful. Maybe that, it's a reliever of stress, having sex,
Right.
But during a zombie apocalypse, you wouldn't be preoccupied with, I don't know, surviving.
Yeah. That's probably...
and your best friend's girl,
that's
again.
probably priority number one.
It's your best friend's girl.
Right.
I don't care if it's a zombie apocalypse. I don't care if she's hot. Lori doing a pinch, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say she's hot, but she's not. You don't kick her out of bed for eating crackers. But I'm like, seriously, Shane, you're a bad guy, Shane.
Yeah.
But actually, John Bernthal, great guy. So I will watch that show, which I can't remember the name because we're talking about
His and Hers.
Zombie apocalypse
His and
sex.
Hers.
Okay, His and Hers.
I'll
His and
remind
Hers.
you.
Yeah, I'm on You right now, and my daughter Katerina said, like, the third season is the best, and I just started the third season, and it's like...
You're losing interest?
Well, it better pick up because it's the same Dan. He's obsessed. He's a weirdo. Like,
is it new girls every season?
Yeah, and I'm like, I've seen this before. Oh, he's a weirdo. Oh, his ex-girlfriend, whatever. Like, yeah, it's a creepy show, and I guess season 3 and season 5 are the best. So I got some work to do.
You gotta keep going. You
did
going.
you?
Oh yeah. You have to keep going.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Trust me.
Season 3 is where he just got the kid, just got the baby. He's with love, and they just got the baby. And I'm on the very first episode of season 3, and then he's creeping on the neighbor now.
What do you mean got the baby? They had a baby.
They had a baby. They had a baby. Yeah.
Wait till you see how this season ends.
Okay. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Y'all don't say that.
All right. So Nuggets get it done tonight. By the way, our dude Big Perm, one of our faves.
What a Big Perm.
He says Lori was the Ginny of Walking Dead.
Oh my God, I don't think she was strung out like Jenny was.
I don't know if it was available.
I know Forrest loved her, but I was like, she's an addict, Forrest. I don't know if you know this, but
somebody should have told Forrest, hey, you're a millionaire. You get to pick, dude. It's anything.
It's like a box of chocolates.
Yeah, exactly.
You never know what you're going to get.
That's exactly right. All right, it's KKFN and KKFN HD1.
You think Forrest Gump was on Tinder?
Longmont, Denver.
Because if Forrest Gump was made today, right, it would be like, I went for a run and I hooked up on Tinder at every stop, right? He would totally do that. Forrest Gump would be on Tinder.
I think he would,
right?
too. Yeah.
For sure.
Lieutenant Dan definitely would have been. Remember the New
How do you
Year's
think he
Eve?
met his wife? Magic legs, right?
That's exactly right.
There you go.
Let's
just do this all day, right?
I could do aliens and Forrest Gump talk for 4
Aliens,
hours.
Forrest Gump, how do you keep it up during a zombie apocalypse? We got a million things to talk about. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Where's the drive at? Where's the drive? People are like, let's get to sports talk. You guys talking about aliens with 3 boobs and...
We did 3 hours and 50 minutes of sports talk. We could go 10 minutes a little rogue.
10 minutes a little off?
Yeah.
We're a little off.
It's
fine.
I asked you what new video game I need to buy, and I forgot. You've been telling me to get this one for 2 years, and I still haven't got it.
PUBG.
Yeah.
Seriously?
I need a new game. This may surprise you. I'm a little sick of playing golf.
Whoa! That does surprise me.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
I don't know. I've been playing it for 9 months straight. That's probably how it's been happening.
Okay. Yeah, plenty of good stuff out there.
All right, yep. So we got it. Nuggets tonight. The Avs are back. They are back on Wednesday and then Friday. That's what it was. I skipped the Ducks game in between, and then they're going to wrap up their homestand. I believe they go to Canada after that. The Nuggets will get the Lakers tonight, beat up on La La Land, and then Washington Thursday, and you're going to go back-to-back Thursday, Friday at Milwaukee. And then, dude, after we get through this back-to-back, we're looking at 8 days until Nikola Jokic comes and plays some basketball. So he is right around the corner. I think he's back in this lineup playing with no restrictions on February 1st when they get their chance at the Oklahoma City Thunder. Joker back full healthy playing against the Thunder. That'll get the needle.
Is there a player that Zach Bye loves that plays for a team he hates? Because I said Ant earlier. Ant's my guy. Like, Ant is incredible. He's the closest to Jordan we get. Dover did the whole tinfoil hat of like, it's his son, which is funny. It's fun. It's a fun conversation. But you have to have somebody out there that you absolutely love, but he plays for a team that you hate. Because it's Luka. It's Luka for him. It's Ant for me. I know you got a player or two because it just happens. It happens.
You're saying the closest to Jordan playing right now, or do you think he's closer to Jordan than Kobe was?
No. Kobe was Jordan. Yeah. But right now, in today's NBA,
agreed. As
much Jordan as we could get, it's Ant. But I hate Minnesota. I usually say it for the Vikings, like, don't be like Minnesota. Don't be like Minnesota. So, like, with Ant, I absolutely hate the Timberwolves, but I love his game. And he loves Luka, but we all collectively hate the Lakers.
He's wearing the wrong shirt.
So it stinks. It stinks. So there's got to be a player